Good morning, good day, good evening, and good night. Welcome to Positive Rate. Where am I going? Hope you're all doing well today. I am your host, Willie Canuck. Welcome to our third anniversary. It's unbelievable, and I'm so happy to have a couple of guests with us so far. We got hopefully members of the Positive Rate past and current team coming on, and also a special guest, Nick. You'll probably seen in the intro there from Hangar Studios 713. Nick, say hello to the fine folks here.
Hey guys, hello everybody.
So great to have you, and I'm absolutely delighted also to have Flight Design, aka Dark Fury, is joining us, former team member and our current livery painter. Dark, how the heck are you, man?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
I'm nervous. I'm like physically shaking, trying to get this show started.
You Scottish people, your nervousness. Get some whiskey down there.
That's it. That's what I need. That's absolutely what I need. Big shout out to everyone I can see in the chat so far. I got Mr. and Mrs. Tippy, Jayhawk, big hello to you. Nighthawk, of course, our news correspondent, is on the tarmac with us, and I think I saw Mr. Tippy there somewhere, but I couldn't see what he was flying. B4 Gunner as well is there. Hello to B4. Great to see you.
B4 is me.
Oh, that's you. Right, okay.
Yeah.
B4 Gunner. Where are you? You know. Oh, you're right beside me. That's why.
Yeah,
all right. So we got.
Over and park next to you.
I'm just gonna focus in on the L17. So we got really exciting news, guys. Let me just get the route up while I'm thinking about this. So we'll get the route and we'll get our eggs up. Now the eggs aren't probably going to be particularly useful for the first half of the flight for me because there's no nav radios on the L17b, but we do have a GPS unit and we do have the PMS50. Now, you may have read in the show notes, we got a massive giveaway today. Nick is going to be talking through the L17bravo today. There's a whole bunch of history and really interesting things about this airplane. Not to mention, the model in Microsoft Flight Simulator is absolutely awesome. It's a beautiful flyer, very, very well detailed, and Nick's going to be taking us through all the various details in the airplane that... You've done quite a bit of research on this one, Nick, haven't you? Can you just talk us through the two liveries that we got on screen right now?
Oh yeah, the first livery, the one that you're flying, is Simon Tilling's plane, and I met him through a Facebook group, and I saw his L17 Navion, and I was like, wow, is that thing beautiful?
Cool.
And then he would always wear those white gloves when he flies, so that's why the white gloves are in the glove compartment.
Oh right,
him.
yeah.
And then also the little flight bag in the back, that's his as well.
Just so you know what we're talking about, look at this guy. See
yeah,
if I can click it open here. There we go. There's the white gloves, sunglasses, flight computer. Awesome, I love it.
And then also the whole interior is his, like that leather, the way that the carpet's done on the bottom, all of that is what his plane is.
It looks swish.
It's beautiful. yeah,
it's pretty cool.
So I figured, you know, what a better plane to go on than Simon's, and then he gave me a ton of pictures of it and everything that I needed for, you know, doing the visuals, the seats, the visors, everything, you know, like just how it was all set up, and then his cargo area, the trunk, I like to call it, because this is the pickup truck of the skies.
And it's got a lot of power.
Canopy, the way that it opens.
You say that, but it's actually pretty fast. We got another variant.
It's 180. Yeah, it's 180 horsepower. And it goes. I mean, for as the Navions are, this plane is actually lighter than the non-military variants, because the military variant, it's stripped down. Yeah, there's really nothing in it.
Yeah.
Now I added the smoke system in it for, you know, the fun effect.
Yeah.
And some of the
cool. We're gonna see that today.
Do have it.
Yeah.
So they you know, and where I placed it in the plane is approximately where they have it in their planes. Also where the battery is in this plane.
Well, we're gonna get to some.
It's also in airplanes.
We're gonna get to some hills at some point, and I thought we could do a bit of swooping with both planes with the smoke on. Let's see what that looks like. That should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, I can see a few liveries popping up here. Let's talk through the one you're flying today. What's this one then?
That's the Stripes livery. Let's see, 19 of the 20 liveries that I did, are all from real Navion, either L17s or A variants of the Navions. So
very cool.
Every single one except for the Wasp livery, and that's kind of a tribute to Ruth Hellman, who was a pioneer in her time. She was one of the very first original Wasps.
Just get the
and what a wasp is the women's air service pilot.
Yeah, they were. I think they were.
For.
Were they not? I think some of them were repositioning pilots as well. It was one of the jobs that they had.
Here, I'll read from her pamphlet that Chad has.
Okay, this is. Let me just zoom over to the Wasp livery here. Now, this is fictional, but this is kind of like in honor of the Wasp service, isn't it?
He has. In 1949, Ruth Hellman purchased N488K, which is his plane. He owns that plane now.
Which one? Which one's that?
The N488K. I think it's named Chad for the livery. Chad's livery, so it's his plane. His name's Chad Hawthorne.
Is that the Wasp one, or is that the U.S. Navy one?
No, that is. It's a Civil Air Patrol.
Okay.
But there's also a Civil Air Patrol livery, so don't be confused by that. It's N488K, okay. And I think I named it Chad as the livery. So
fair enough. Talk us through
because it's his.
And we've got an RC Royal Canadian Air Force here, which is really cool.
Yeah. So Ruth was one of the original 12 women Air Force service pilots during World War II, known as the guinea pig.
Okay.
Ruth was among 11 female aviators who were pioneers for women in aviation. So between 1942 and 44, at the height of World War II, more than 1,000 women left their homes, jobs, families for the opportunity to serve their country and become the first women in history to fly for the United States military. So really she's a big part of that. And then that's the plane. There I see now. Sorry, I was reading from the pamphlet. You got Mr. and Mrs. TPHI here, so. That's her favorite livery is the pink, of course. Yeah. So in a sense, I did that livery is for Ruth Hellman as much as I did for Mrs. TPHI because she likes to fly along quite a bit.
Is that the Ontario flag? Looks like it.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. Actually,
and
this isn't the Warplane Heritage
from
Museum.
A real Navion.
Yeah. Very, very cool.
Now there's you got all kinds of liveries. I think I did 20 total on this plane.
Yeah,
so 19 of the 20 are from
tons of them.
Real
and there's
planes.
also like that you did a ski variant as well. So if anybody is interested in flying in the snow, you can do that, which is really cool.
Yeah, there was actually only 3 ever made of that plane, the L17D.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what, I'm going to include it because there's not really many ski variants in the sim, and it was a lot of fun to build that.
Nighthawk's correcting me. It's not the Ontario flag. It's a red ensign for Canada. I think this was the Canada flag before the Canadian flag existed, actually. So yes, thanks for the correction there, Nighthawk. Appreciate that. Of course, Nighthawk, I guess what are you in the? You'll be in the Chancellor again, won't you? Very cool. Okay. Well, we got a bit of flying to do here, so let's hop straight in. Now I am going to make good use of the PMS750 unit. I've got that wired in here. So let's get our battery. Nav can come on. Just check levers. Everything's working there. That's fine. Hydraulics, we're going to talk through that. I think I've followed your instructions that you gave me kind of ahead of the show. Let's put the fuel on there. And I think we're going to need a bit of fuel as well. So let's bring that up. about 80% fuel will do. That's 120 liters, which will not be a measure that you use in America, of course, but...
You can pull out your clipboard, your little cheat sheet there, and then you can load up your GPS if you want to use it.
Yep, I'm intending to do that actually. Oh, that's right. I have to. Yeah, and I've got the PMS50 comes right in now. It's cool how you did it. So there's a click spot there. You can switch between. There's a default Garmin unit, or you can pull in the
and then in the bottom left where you
yeah.
switch that. So that's a cool little feature I gave for those people that don't own the PMS50, or they don't have the premium version of it, because that premium version of it makes that thing awesome. Really, really awesome.
It does.
I can't say enough good stuff about PMS50, not just because he partnered with me for the Super.
Well, yeah, Pierre's a lovely guy, actually. So, and we've got a flight plan ready to go here. So if I go to flight plan menu, import from file, is going to bring in the flight plan. Of course, if you're flying along with us, the flight plan is in the show notes.
I was going to say, go back to your default nav there and then click on it, and then make sure you click on the CDI so you change from VLOC to GPS. Otherwise, you're going to have a tough time flying.
Yeah, true. How do I do that again? I can't remember.
Wait. Click OK, and then, go back. Go back again.
Go back.
Yeah, and then click on default nav.
Oh, there it is.
Nope,
Yep.
the one. Yeah.
Got it. Cool. Okay.
And now you'll fly the magenta line.
Does it actually do that? I couldn't figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a hidden autopilot in this plane. So, do you have the payword version of the PMS50?
Yes.
Okay, so go back to the main menu. I'll show you something really cool.
Okay.
So if you go back to the main menu, and then hit the down arrow that's on the bottom right side of the screen.
Yeah.
Go to utilities.
Yep.
And then hit the down arrow again.
Yep.
And go to autopilot. It pulls up the in panel autopilot. That's the exact autopilot
I didn't even know that was there.
In my that's hidden. So this is basically it's a Cap 140.
All right.
Autopilot. Okay. Yeah. So now if you want, you can pull up the screen from the in-game panel drop down menu.
Okay.
And then you can have that as your map or your flight plan or whatever you want to use it for. And then in this plane, you can use this as your autopilot.
Oh, very cool. So will this track the GPS path if I want to as well then?
100%.
Awesome. Okay, I didn't know that. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. There's some hidden features in this plane. That's one of them.
This is great. Okay. All right.
I mean,
okay.
If we're gonna have a plane, I know it's old time, and if you want to get rid of the whole GPS thing, it's gone. You can get rid of it, but it's still hidden. So technically, if you want to use the autopilot without having the GPS sitting there, you can still use the autopilot. Even if you have key bindings for it, it'll work.
That's pretty cool.
And I did that on purpose because a lot of simmers, let's just be truthful, a lot of simmers, when they're flying, they don't.
Well, it's content creators especially.
Have autopilot.
It's content creators especially. So. Going all manual VOR without a loaded flight plan. Oh, Nighthawk, he's flying blind today. Awesome. Can't wait to see that. Okay. What we got on? I can bring an alternator on. Fuel pump I should add that on, but that's right. Landing lights will do that. Everything I think is ready to go. Props to full. Bring that music down just a little bit. Bring the sim noises up just so we can really hear this grumble. Okay, Nighthawk, you want to lead us out to the runway? She's already moved. Yep. Plane seems to be dragging to the right for some reason. Don't know why. Could be wind. Right, Let's see where we are. Situational awareness.
Yeah, we've got a number for you to call when you're ready.
You've got a what?
We've got a number for you to call when you're ready.
Oh, right. Okay, we just seem to be going in circles at the moment. There we go. I think it might be windy. It looks like a circus, doesn't it?
Yeah, I did an update in December on all my planes.
Okay.
And what I did was I made them all compatible to 2024. So if you have the 2020 version, they'll all work in 2024.
All right, that's cool.
But
good to know.
But this was one of the first planes that I did the new ground physics on. So when you're taxiing here, and say if you have the wind, you know, your settings all up to extreme with wind turbulence and all that, you're gonna get kicked. You're gonna get kicked around quite a bit.
Yeah, I think it's just a light airplane. That's part of the reason, isn't it?
Yeah, anything over 12 knots and you're in for a bumpy ride.
I did actually notice that on the test flight yesterday. It does get shaken around if there's any kind of wind in the area.
Which is pretty true to life, because if you're flying in a plane and you have anything gusting over 15 knots, you're going to get kicked around. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
You know, I don't care what plane you're in, it's going to whip you around.
Yeah, it will.
Now, so some can handle it better than others. Specifically, I think low wings at speed kind of slice through it better than a high wing plane. And this plane handles great.
It does. It's so much fun. I actually started doing a little bit of swooping and diving yesterday on the test flight, and it just handles beautifully. It's so much fun.
Yeah, even Av Angel, when she did her review on it, she landed on a taxiway.
Did she?
Yeah, I was like, that's funny, and she did it on purpose just to see how it would stall.
Okay.
And
Right.
I told her, I says, I mean, if you want, this plane will take off within 200 feet and it'll land within 400. But you got to use full flaps. You got to have it all set up and configured, you know, correctly. But I mean, it is still capable.
Very cool.
Because you got to figure they used it wartime, and the main reason why they converted this plane to military variant was just for that. It was to move brass around and do liaison, you know, and be able to land in the bush, basically. So you got this big, you know, this hard frame that's on this thing with the oxidized paint and all that, you know, underneath. You'll see, even if you were to sneak up into the engine area or the wheel wells, you'll see that green paint that I put on the plane, because that's what the real plane has.
That's cool.
I didn't spend too much time no, I should say I spent a lot of time on detail with this plane. I was saying it backwards.
Well, no, it shows. It shows. It's lovely. I think we'll get up in the air too, and we'll take a look at some of the other pieces of it. Well, I think my hatch is still open.
Some people don't realize how much are put into the development, but some people do realize that, and you know, it's very appreciative of those that, like yourself, that realize, you know, there was a lot put into these aircraft. Now,
absolutely.
just for some fun statistics, this plane on the rivet part of it has over 10,000 rivets that I individually hand placed.
No, you didn't.
Everywhere on the. Yes, I did.
Oh my god!
It took me 3 days just to model the rivets. Now, granted, it's just the square, and the texture is what gives it its bumped, you know, to give it that rivet shape.
Yeah.
But there's I counted, there's over 10,000 rivets on this thing, and
that's nuts.
TPHI can vouch for me just for the fact that he was like, I can't believe how many you're putting on that plane. But it looks good.
Yeah, Mississippi says, "Oh yeah, he most certainly did, or he most definitely did." Okay, Nighthawk, you've got the lead. We'll try and do a nice formation takeoff here. It should be fun. This is absolutely amazing. Thanks, guys, for coming on and flying with us today.
Yeah, no problem.
Waiting for the...
Kick the tires and light the fires, Big Daddy.
Absolutely. Here we go. Okay, watch the gear on this. This is awesome. I like this. That is cool.
Yeah, I did that just like Simon's plane. That's how his goes up. You got the front that comes up real quick, and then the left, and then the right.
It's definitely a level of...
that's what it is.
Yeah, it's definitely a level of authenticity there. This is awesome. Look at this.
So we're going to want to make a UE to get on this flight plan.
Yeah. And just for everybody at home, I'm going to put up the GTN summary just so you can see where we are. Okay, I'm going to do a right turn.
Roger that.
You can see, yeah, we're getting a bit of shake up here, certainly. Look at Ho Chi Minh City, though, man. It's huge. This is a big city. Close out.
What altitude are you going up to? 4,500?
4,500, yeah.
Okay.
We're going to need it.
Well, this plane's good up to 18,000.
Oh, yeah.
I had a pilot. I had a pilot make sure that I had it to that because he was kind of upset that I didn't because he wanted to do a trip over the Alps in his Navion L17. And he was like, am I going to be able to do it? And I'm like, okay. Let's do a disclaimer here first. This is for simulator purposes only. So if you go flying over the Alps and you say, oh, well, I was able to do it in the simulator, but it didn't do it in real life, I'm not the one to blame.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So his is the Swiss livery. That's Chris's livery.
If I set the vertical airspeed as opposed to the... Oh, there we go. 1,500 feet will do it. All right, now I'm just going to bring those props back a bit into nice cruise climb power here. And at this point, Nick, am I right? The hydraulics can just go off because we don't need it.
Yeah, you can turn them off now. Once you're up in the air and you're done using your flaps and your gear, you're good to go.
That's it.
That's primarily all it's used for.
Anything on here doesn't need to be on. Lane lights can come off. Cool. All right, and we're going to be giving away one of these bad boys once we land, aren't we? So actually, I know that we've got a few viewers on here that may already have this. Maybe what we could do, Nick, if you're open, is we'll give away the L17bravo. But if for some reason you already have it, if there's any other products from Hangar 713, maybe we can do that as a swap. Nick, is that okay?
Yeah, definitely. I just released the Super Decathlon.
All right, perfect.
If somebody wants that instead, go for it, you know.
No, thank you so
Anything
much.
from me. Yeah, that plane has been my number one since all of the planes that I've released, because this was my third plane and my I don't want to say final of my Navions because I still might do the Rangemaster, but whenever that happens, I'll probably end up just making these all bundle.
Yep.
I don't know. It's still in the air because I got other planes that I'm working on. Like right now, I'm working on the Scout, the American Champion Scout, and I have another one up my sleeve that I'll probably release Maybe this summer. I'm not going to charge much for the Turbine Legend. That's the other one I'm working on.
Okay.
And then I'm working with a third party that contacted me, an aircraft manufacturer, and I'm in an NDA that I can't say.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
fair enough.
who I'm working for.
Oh, you know what?
But
I never even talked through the route today. I better do that. So I'm just going to let me just do a little noise adjustment here. Get the music back up. I've got a special song list for this flight, and it's probably not what you expect, but I think it gives me a bit of a 60s vibe. It's all funk.
oh, cool.
Anyway,
Now, I also
flight plan. Sorry, I'll just go through flight plan first, Nick. So we are, well, since we've got GPS, I might as well put on the flight following here. If that's not going to work. There we go. Yeah. So we're here. We're going to be flying first to Alpha Charlie NDB. This is all GPS route at the moment, though. And then on to Fentet. Don't know how to pronounce these, but we'll go for a guess. So depending how quickly we go, we'll either land at Lien Khuong, which is VVDL, or Victor Delta Lima. But if time permits, we may then go on to Daklak, and there's an airport there we can land at as well. So we'll just see how long it takes. We're aiming roughly to be about just over an hour into the stream. So that's what we'll do. And as soon as we land, we'll be giving away the L17bravo, as I mentioned, courtesy of Nick. Actually, Nick can initiate the giveaway, and if you already have that, we can possibly look at a different variant. So it's really up to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nighthawk says there's a printout of the route available in the pub as well. Yeah, so if you head on over to our Discord, if someone can chuck that in the chat for us, the route is available there as well for ease. Anyway, after that, we hopefully at some point we'll be joined by Martyn from Just Flight, and we'll be jumping in the Duke Turbine and flying all the way up to Da Nang, very, very famous place from the Vietnam War, obviously. But the scenery of this trip is absolutely fantastic, so hopefully that'll be enjoyable for everybody. Right. I really do need a coffee, though. I'm going to have to try and order one. I can see... oh, there you are, up ahead. Who else we got? It's Mrs. Tippy, Nighthawk. Lost track of Mr. Tippy. Is he still flying? Very cool. Almost perfect formation here as well. 2020, Dark. 2020. Looks like we might be getting joined. Yeah, you could have just asked.
Could have just asked, couldn't I?
It's been so long since we did this. I actually had a conversation with Dan yesterday. He's like, "So when are you going to start streaming on Thursdays again, so we can all join in?" I'm like, "You know what? That's an interesting question." You're still at 3,000? Oh, right, okay. That's why I couldn't see you.
Yeah, you can below us.
See Mrs. I don't see him at all. It's my multiplayer. Well, see if he comes back. Right. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk us through on the plane, Nick?
Yeah, it's got a couple funky features on it.
Okay.
Let's see. One of them is the artificial horizon. By default, I believe.
Oh, I have that off.
Turn
actually.
that. Yeah, you need to turn that on so that it works, and then you'll see it recalibrate itself almost immediately if you have airspeed going over the venturi tubes. So if you look on the left, there's that suction gauge, and you won't have suction until you actually start getting wind going through the venturi tube. So this plane, if you look on the outside, you'll see the venturi tubes on the right-hand side, on the co-pilot side. those horns that look like big horns to me.
Yep.
Those are your venturi tubes, and what happens is the airflow goes through the tubes, and as it's going through the tubes, it lets you get your suction for vacuum that it creates.
Okay.
And then your gauges will then work, and that's
cool.
built into the plane so that your suction gauge will work then, and then also your artificial horizon will then work as well. Anything that uses gyro will then work whenever you have the airflow going through and you get that vacuum. Now you can cage it, and then you can also adjust your bars. So just like Simon's plane, that's how I did it. Was I made it exactly like how it works. And then let's take a peek into the glove compartment. You'll see I have Simon's gloves in there. I put my sunglasses, little E6B, and then an Easter egg with the chart that's sitting there. The chart, I don't know, if you zoom in close enough to it, you'll be able to see that's a chart from Pittsburgh.
Okay.
which is
Very nice.
Where I was born and raised.
Very good. It's another Steel City, isn't it, Pittsburgh? Actually.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's we're Steel City brothers, more or less, because I'm from the the Canadian Steel City, Hamilton.
Oh, okay. And then if you go in the back seat there, you'll see I got his flight bag sitting in this plane. And then in the rear of the plane, you'll see I actually have modeled the smoke system. So this plane does have a smoke system. And then also the battery.
Can drop down. There it is.
You can
this is
open
crazy.
up the battery compartment, and it shows you what the battery looks like inside the plane.
Let me see if I can do that.
So when you're doing your pre walk arounds in 2024, you could do your battery check. It's in the list.
That's pretty cool. Let's see that. Let's get that smoke system on. Actually, everybody, put on your smoke. Let's see it go.
Yeah, sure. Give me a second.
Oh, lost everyone around here. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see Mr. Tippy's behind me now.
And this smoke is good in multiplayer. It's multiplayer smoke. So anybody that has it on,
This is awesome. Fantastic.
You'll see theirs as well. Yeah.
So, and if I switch mine off, do I see mine go off independently? Does it work out like that?
Yes. So if you turn yours off, mine will stay on. It's on.
That is freaking phenomenal. So good. Oh, we could have a lot of fun with this. We're definitely gonna have to. We're gonna have to do a low and fast flight in the future with these guys, I think.
They actually have a team up in Canada that flies the L17s in formation. I think they're called the Fraser Blues, and I did do one of their liveries for the L17, and I think it's the blue livery. It's the actual
Mrs. Tippy.
Yeah,
I was calling for smoke. Mrs. Tippy was like, "Mine's on already." Very good.
Yeah, they love their smoke.
Oh,
now,
cool.
this smoke is kind of unique because it has a different near and a far than other people use for the multiplayer smoke.
Okay.
And it's kind of a secret recipe that I used, and I shared this with another developer, and now it's going to be used in 2024. Whenever anybody has smoke, they're going to use my smoke.
That's pretty awesome. All right, I'm gonna slow down just a little bit. I think I'll try and get it for 160. This is lovely. What a great airplane, Nick! Huge congratulations. I think it's immensely well detailed. It looks great. It flies great. It's got some nice little retrofit additions to it as well, in case people want to take care of the autopilot, which is it's great for me. Because as a content creator, I can't always be watching the plane solid, now, just to highlight something you said, this plane is getting shaken quite a lot, and I imagine this is wind that's doing this.
Yeah. If you got wind on, and if it's on extreme turbulence, you'll wiggle. You'll wiggle
that's
pretty
nuts,
bad.
Eh? The smoke looks amazing. This is the best smoke I've ever seen in a sim, actually.
That's what everybody says about it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I actually have the same exact smoke effects on my Super Decathlon. So whenever you're doing the aerobatic stunts, it just looks amazing.
It's cool. If you overspeed, it'll go crazy. Yeah, maybe I'm going a bit fast. Let me back off the throttle a little bit more.
Oh yeah, you're on the yellow line. As soon as you back off that yellow line, it won't do it anymore.
Well, that's an idea for a new meme. Wiggle.
Yeah, why not?
I took my my prop throttle back to 2100, and let me see. I have my
Yep, I'm on 2100 now. And just like that, she's stabilized now. It's a bit of a wiggle.
yeah, and I got throttle back to about 65. Now, when you take off on this in this plane, I was told that normal takeoff, you want full prop, you want full throttle. So when you do that, though, this plane with this engine specifically, you're going to hit 2700 RPM. So it over rotates in a sense. I'm doing 2700 RPM, but you want that. The only thing is you need to take the prop throttle out before like 1 minute's up. Otherwise, you're going to mess up your engine.
I think I kind of do that generally automatically anyway. But that's a nice little detail.
Yeah, so you'll see it actually over revs, and then once you get up in the air, that over revving automatically stops because you're getting that friction on the blades. So when the wind starts hitting it kind of chills out. And then once you get up in the air, you're supposed to bring it back, I think, 2100 RPM for cruise.
That's what I've got it at now.
And all that's in the checklist.
Okay.
If you look at the checklist on this plane, not the one from the tablet, but the actual checklist from the drop-down menu, I think there's 128 checks that I have on this plane.
Oh, sorry, right.
Done.
Let's see. Do I have that checklist icon or not? Should do. There. Go back on. Where's the checklist? Oh, there.
It's the check.
Got it. Yeah, sorry, just having a blonde moment here. Oh yeah, wow. Just looking at the pre-flight one now.
Yeah, it's in depth. So I made sure to have that for anybody that's flying this plane. And not all the little eyeball symbols are going to work for you to click on what you need to click on. But if you look around enough, you'll find out and figure it out where it's at. Or if you need to, the manual's included in the plane. So when you download it, the manual's there, or it's on my website. You can find the manuals for all my planes on the website. And I go into detail with where everything is. So if you have any questions,
yeah, I did notice that
there.
I did look at the manual too, and it does have a very nice map of all the gauges and controls in the airplane, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, close that. Pitot heat should be on. Right, save some smoke. Still wobbling a little bit. It did calm down. I don't know if it is winds or not.
Yeah, you're back up at the yellow level, so
okay, I'll back it off.
Just bring it down a little bit. Yeah, back it off a little bit, and then it'll stop wobbling. There's just a speed setting that I have on there because some planes, you actually want to fly in the yellow. That's your cruise speed for some planes. Some people,
it is. Yeah, that's true.
They want to get there fast, so the whole reason why you're flying an airplane to begin with. I don't know, a lot of pilots.
There we go.
What's the endurance of this plane?
700 nautical miles.
That's pretty substantial.
Yeah, I mean, you got to figure there's no tip tanks, and if you have it all set up in your in cruise and you got your mixture set, you know, to where it can be, you can get pretty lean. Actually, the PMS50 is fun with that. If you look down at the, let's go with the big screen, the one that you have in the in-game panel, 'cause it's a little bit bigger. You can look at it. So click back on there, and then go to.
Sorry, what am I clicking on?
Click on the GPS screen that you have as pop out.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Click on utilities, and then click. Yeah, go back and then click on utilities. You have to hit the back button on the bottom left. There you go. And then click on utilities, and then click on fuel planning.
Fuel planning. Yep. Ah.
Now, once you have that in, click on use sensor data, and it'll populate everything for you.
That's cool.
So if you're looking at it, it gives you your ground speed, your fuel on board, your fuel required to where you're going to,
and also gives
how
you
much
your
fuel
last
have,
range. Yeah,
how much you reserve. So it gives you your efficiency there, and then your range is also included. So depending on how much fuel you have in your plane,
yep,
that range will bump up, and it also is for what you have your settings at the moment. So if you have your pop back, if you have your throttle back, you have your mixture back.
Yep.
Depending on how far you have that. Now that you have this up, go ahead and pull your mixture back a little bit more, and you'll see your range it'll go up significantly.
Okay, I'm pulling back the mixture. And look at that, just like that. It's a magic lever.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah, so in a way, when I do my testing, I use this.
Yeah, very handy.
This feature of the PMS50.
That's
And, you know,
beautiful.
people don't know about it. Here, I'll show you another trick on this PMS50.
All right.
If you go to the map screen, you'll see on the corners of the map.
Oh, sorry. The normal map screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the corners of the map, you'll have your DTK, your wind, whatever you want up there. You can actually set those to whatever you want them to.
Yep, that I know. Yeah, that one I know. So, because I usually have, it's probably hard to see here, but I always have the wind up in the upper left, which I find is very useful. I haven't really messed too much with the others, but since you mentioned it, well, we can go through just to see what some of the options are.
Yeah, you can show them, because whenever you show them, it'll turn black and you can really see them when you go to change them.
Really cool. So you got estimated time to waypoint, destination. Obviously, a lot of this will be hinging if you have a GTS track. You got magnetic heading, target altitude. I'm in true airspeed, which is quite handy as well. Just absolutely amazing, really.
Yeah,
cool.
So many features with this that are hidden. Like, you need to read a manual on it, figure out the whole thing, because it's pretty true to the real 750. Now, they don't use the Garmin training software or whatever that TDS uses, but you know, to me, I don't know. I really don't think that I need that information, and then it also doesn't require having a third-party application hooked up to it. So what I did with the Super Decathlon is I partnered with PMS50, and we put the in-game panel in the simulator for Xbox users. So if you own my Super Decathlon on the Xbox, you now have the in-game panel from PMS50 built right into it, and they also get the freeware version of the PMS50 into the sim. Now, with having my plane installed, the Super Decathlon, if you have that in, that PMS50 in-game panel drop-down will work with any plane.
Oh, that's cool.
Xbox has never had that before. PC's had it since the inception.
They seem Xbox does get, I think, overlooked a lot by third-party studios. So I think it's awesome that you have spent a bit of time to help all our Xbox simmers out as well. If they're all part of our family, you got to take care of them, I think. Just a quick shout out. Tippy says, always have to check to make sure you turn on your alternator. Oops. Yep. Yeah, definitely. Glove Viper, hello. He says, hello. How are you, sir? Hope you're doing well. Glove Viper's a content creator in India, I think. So always great to see him. Thank you for dropping in. Don't forget, when we land, guys, we are going to be giving away a copy of the L17bravo, courtesy of Nick Hangar Studio 713, which I'm talking to right now. Going through all the details of this amazing add-on. And you're really going to see us put it through its paces shortly once we get into the hills. It's a great little airplane. And also, I do forget, we will be giving away today a lifetime license. This is what Pierre offered, Nick. Lifetime license for the PMS50 GTN750 module. That is what we've been looking at here, and what's in built.
Oh, yeah,
yep.
That's awesome.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Oh, Pierre's fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. So, huge thank you to Pierre at PMS50. A lifetime license for the PMS50. It is absolutely well worth it. There's so many options. You got SimBrief integration in it. You've got Metar integration in it. Nick's been showing us a few tricks that even I didn't know about, which is really cool. So both of those will be given away at our first landing. So do stick around. You have to be here to enter the giveaway. And don't forget, you have to be a subscriber. So if you're watching the stream and you want to participate in the giveaway, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does guarantee that you'll be able to qualify for the giveaway. And thank you for watching. What is this turbulence? I think it's turbulence. Yeah, I think it is. Because if I turn out of the wind's hitting me from the corner. So if I turn out of the wind, I think it'll probably level out. But
I forgot I made that animation on the key. The little ribbon that's on the key for the ignition for the magnetos and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
It wiggles with the wind.
Very immersive. Looks wanky. Oh no, it's a great plane. It's probably just it's very light. That's part of the reason. Yeah, I think we are getting buffeted a bit.
I think that's in your assistant settings.
Could be. What, turbulence here?
Yeah, the turbulence. Let me look. I'll look at it real quick for you so you don't have to.
Where are we landing? We'll be landing at Victor Delta Lima.
Yeah, it's under piloting, turbulence. I have mine on medium.
Which is probably, I got the wrong code in there, don't I? Which one did we say it was, Nighthawk? We already had a discussion about this, didn't we? Yeah, Victor Delta Lima. Sorry, that route is wrong. It should say Victor Delta Lima. There we go. That's fixed. So if you look at the route at the top of the screen, we'll give you the first airport kilo code. But it's basically located at Lima Kilo Hotel, VOR. So, and just to persuade any doubt, so we are going to flying to Papa Tango Hotel first. We're going to be turning to the north, flying over some awesome mountains actually once we get there, and we'll get to Lima Kilo Hotel. There is a runway there, and we'll be landing there, and that's where we'll be doing the giveaway for the Lima 17 Bravo. So stay tuned for that. Well, I think the plane's just dancing to the music I got on. That's what I think's happening. See all the smoke trails down there. It's VVDL, if I got it wrong. VVDL, sorry, Victor Delta Lima, yeah. That's what's written in the plan anyway. You had yours unloaded, switch realistic. All right, okay. Sorry, what were you going to say, Nick?
Oh, in the flight plan, you can just pull up the flight plan on your GPS or on your PMS50. It'll tell you.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. I'll show how that works. We don't actually have the airport in the flight plan, just the VOR, but. Yeah, it's a great bit of kit, PMS50 for sure. You can start to see that train is starting to get more interesting out there as well. Yeah, this turbulence does seem a bit excessive.
Hit the escape key, go to assistant options, click on piloting, and then put it on medium.
Alright, let's see if that makes a difference. It's a little more stable.
No. Click on piloting itself. Like, hit the drop-down menu on it. You have to go to turbulence specifically.
Oh, sorry, I put it on. Yeah, sorry, it should be on hard. Turbulence. Medium.
There you go. Now it'll be nice and smooth. You won't be jerking around like that.
You're wrong. Still doing it. I've not missed anything, have I?
Are you on live weather?
Yes.
Hold on, that's probably why I'm not on
That's
live
probably
weather.
why, yeah. That's the reason. Okay, let me switch that back. Actually, I don't mind changing the weather, so that's fine. So let me just flip this back to hard. Yeah, that's why everyone else is stable. They're flying in a few clouds or something like that. We'll go to a few clouds. That's usually the setting I do.
You must have some nasty winds up there right now in real life.
Yeah, yeah. I was pretty sure it was wind actually. But there you go.
Yeah, because you're in the green. I mean, even if it's with the severe turbulence on, if you're in the green, you should be okay. Because I modeled the plane to show, you know, if you're in turbulence, it's gonna freaking throw you around.
Yeah. Yeah,
this plane has full,
definitely winds.
Oh, what's the key word everybody knows? Gosh, mind's a blank right now.
It's early in the morning for you. I appreciate you coming on, getting yourself out of bed so quickly. Right, I might take this opportunity to get a quick coffee. Just make sure everything's stable. We got tons of fuel. Everything's looking all right. Keyword for what, says Cloud Viper. If you do the answer, he'd probably be able to tell you. You still there, Nick?
Yeah, the CFD there. I was looking it up because I have dev mode up already.
Oh, the CFD.
So
okay.
Yeah, the computational fluid dynamics are done on this plane. Actually, they're done on all my planes.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
If you look at any of the airfoils with that option, and I think they have it in weather in 2020, don't they? Show 3D thermal. Nah, that's not it.
Yeah, that's in 2020. Yeah, definitely, it's modeled.
There's
so you can
actually see
mountain turbulence and all sorts of things like that.
You can actually see the computational fluid dynamics right on the airframe. If you have it done right, it looks freaking amazing.
I've just cleared the weather now so we can see everything. So yes, the airplane is not unstable. It's just it was the high winds. In case you're wondering, look at that. Vietnam's really something. Okay, Nick, do you mind if I just whoop. Didn't want to do that. Oh, pilot's still on? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to, Nick, I'm going to shoot off and grab a quick coffee. I'll be back in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, go for it. When
And
you
if
get
you-
back, I sent you a DM with what the computational fluid dynamics looks like
Okay,
from the developer's point of view.
We'll get that up on the screen. Don't forget, when we land this plane, we are given a copy away of the L17bravo you can see on your screen, and a copy, a lifetime license to the PMS50. So do stick around; it's well worth it. And I'll be back in 2 ticks as soon as I figure out where my stuff is here. There it is. Okay, back in a sec, guys.
All right.
I hope he's bringing us a coffee too.
Yeah, while he's not there, let's talk about him.
Yeah.
He probably still has his headset on. So that Willie guy, he's really a Canuck.
Well, yeah, it's a bit too, how can I put it, Scottish to be Canadian.
I can truthfully say now that I've met a Scottish Canadian.
Yeah.
I got roots in Germany and Ireland and French Canada. In Montreal was where my great grandfather was from.
You got around then.
Yeah, I'm a mutt. I'm a, as they say here in Pittsburgh, I'm a Heinz 57. The melting pot of America, I think, is right here in Pittsburgh. We have like everything you can think of. It's a lot like New York City, where they have, their different denominations of like Polish Hill. You got your Chinatown. You get stuff like that. A lot of big cities have that, but Pittsburgh is it's pretty diverse here, because we've for about a century we were the #1 producer of steel, and at one point in time we were the #1 producer in the world. U.S. Steel comes from Pittsburgh, so heck, we have their name here. I grew up in a town that was close to all the steel mills in Aliquippa, and I guess back in the 50s and 60s, the smog was so bad you couldn't even see. It was just like a black cloud everywhere. The pollution was horrible. It's nowhere near like that now. Like, people still think it's like that. It's nothing like that. I mean, it's beautiful here. It's clear, it's blue, it's sunny. We don't have any of that pollution like some of the big cities do. Like, when you fly over LA, you don't realize how big that city is until you fly over it. Literally for half an hour, you're flying over, but nothing but concrete. And it's like, I just flew in a plane for half an hour. It was nothing but concrete. Like, that is one of the largest cities I've ever been to, LA. Now, I know he's not here, but I had told him before the stream I used to be a flight attendant, and I flew for U.S. Airways. And I actually was flight crew for Captain Sully, Sullenberger, that landed. Yeah, I was telling him I actually flew with Sully.
Did
who
ya?
landed on the Hudson. Yeah, and that was way back in 1999.
Wow.
When I flew with him, and he was also on another one of my flights, where they were a deadheading crew going, from one destination to another on a crew movement. And
That's pretty cool.
I'll tell you what, when I was crew with him,
Mm-hmm.
he had the most in-depth pre-flight communication with the crew than any other pilot I've ever flown with. I mean, that guy, he knew his stuff.
Well,
He was a
there's a reason why he did.
Yards.
Yeah, there's a reason he did what he did, isn't there? He was a solid aviator.
He was the best. He was the best. There was no question about it. And then that's what always made me remember him was, and then whenever that happened, I was like, hey, wait a second. I flew with him. I was like, that's pretty cool, you know, because he's a big part of aviation history now.
Because it was a 320, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. And I want to say before the Airbus came out, because Airbus were new at the time. He was a 757 captain, I want to say. And I was certified for all the planes that U.S. Air had at the time. So we had the DC-9, which my dad was an overhaul heavy maintenance mechanic for U.S. Air here in Pittsburgh. Yeah. And that's basically what got me into aviation. That and my neighbors were all pilots. I flew with their sons and whatnot on their first long cross countries and whatnot. And my neighbor across the street was a 727 check airman and simulator captain for U.S. Air.
That's a hardcore airplane, that one.
Yeah, now that's one plane that I wasn't certified on because it was gone before I got there. But I was the DC-9, the MD-80, the 737, 200, 300, 400, the 757, the Fokker 100.
Wow. They had all those types.
Yeah, I was on the Airbus A319, 320, 321, and the 330. And I actually, for my last year after 9/11, I was able to hold a line as an international flight attendant.
Wow.
So I flew to places like Paris, Frankfurt, and London. I went to all three of those.
That's crazy.
And those were.
Oh, speaking of Tim Hortons, why did Tim Hortons come up? Look what I got.
Yeah.
You've probably never seen that mug before, Nick.
No, we have it. We have a Tim Hortons here, I think, in Stupidville.
Yeah, but can you see the mug on my cam?
Oh, with the bagpipe, nice. Yeah, I was telling them while you were away, I have Irish descendant.
Okay.
Irish, German, and French Canadian.
French Canadian.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it?
Tabernacle.
My grandfather was a T-Bolt, and his father was part of T-Bolt and Sons. So what they used to do is they used to travel all over America, and they would sell the toys that you would get at circuses.
Okay.
So that's some old school.
That's really interesting, though.
Yeah, history with my family. Now, the other side of my family, on my dad's side, I have 41 first cousins.
41! Well, there must be a Catholic in there somewhere.
Yeah, they're the Catholic part of the big Catholics of the family, where we actually have a family historical museum in Buffalo Grove, Illinois. That's how big my family is.
The thing is, you know, like a lot of people over here, they say, "Are you American?" I'm Canadian. I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I don't mean to confuse it." I'm like, "Oh, that's not a big deal." But when they're always talking about Canada / US. It's like, which are obviously different countries. But the one thing I do explain to people, because I got there's a guy that lives in my village. He's from. I think he's originally from Boston, but he spent a lot of time living in Rochester, New York. And one thing I explained to him is you can't really see Canadians and Americans like from a cultural standpoint. It's actually more regional than that. So like someone from Vancouver has a lot more in common with someone from Seattle, as far as I'm concerned. Whereas like yourself and myself, we all come from kind of the manufacturing belt. And yeah. our culture is very similar, even though that you're American and I'm Canadian. We all had a very similar upbringing in terms of the type of television we watched. Like I'm sure you, just like me, watch Mr. Dress Up on PBS all the time, and it was very, very regional. So even though there was a difference between being in the States versus being in Canada, there's a lot more, I think, in our region. Like if you look at Pennsylvania, upstate New York, Michigan, even Wisconsin to some extent, Ontario, Quebec, and then to some extent Manitoba, are all very, very similar culturally in our area, because we just live like within a few hundred miles of each other, really, at the end of the day. And we all watch.
Yeah, if I wanted to, it's only a 5-hour drive up to Toronto.
Yeah, I know. I actually flew to Pittsburgh. I was on the way to St. Louis, and I flew from Hamilton, I think it was US Air at the time, Saab 340 to Pittsburgh to change over. Before I picked up a connecting flight on to St. Louis. I never realized how big Pittsburgh Airport is, too. I actually almost missed the flight, because by the time we got off, it was 45 minutes to get to our connecting flight, and I thought, well, that should be all right. But it was literally on the other corner of the airport from where they docked us, and I was running. Yeah. I was running, and we just made the gate.
Pittsburgh, for a couple of years there, was the #1 airport in the United States whenever they did their renovation.
Just to describe Pittsburgh, it's a giant X, isn't it? If you looked at it from the top. Is that a good way to describe it?
No, it's more of a triangle because of the confluence of the two rivers. We have the Monongahela and the Allegheny combined to make the Ohio River, and that's where the Ohio River starts, is right here in Pittsburgh.
Well, I was talking about the terminal building.
Oh, the airport itself. Yes, it's Big X.
Yeah, yes. Big X. Yeah.
Now they're renovating that again, and it's supposed to be done, I think, next year. It'll be a whole new airside terminal.
Oh,
it's beautiful from what I saw. I saw some pictures of the interior, and oh my goodness, it's amazing.
I thought it was a pretty nice airport, to be fair.
Somebody needs to do Pittsburgh, like some big name scenery developer needs to do Pittsburgh International Airport. It hasn't been done yet, other than freeware that's out there, and they did a pretty good job with the freeware. But they need to take it to the next level. Pittsburgh is a very, very unique airport.
You need to send a friendly letter to Fly Tampa, see if they'll pick it up, because
I'd love them to do it.
Fly Tampa. Well, Fly Tampa did Toronto, and Pearson International, absolutely phenomenal detail.
They did that Vegas one, and I was like, you got to be kidding me! They put the ball in there. And it animates. I was like, that's so cool.
Dark Fury saying, ask PMDG. Does PMDG do scenery?
They do scenery?
Unless he's answering a different question.
Oh, I was being sarcastic.
No. Right, we're gonna go. We're gonna do some hill dancing shortly, guys. You're well up ahead of me, Nick. I don't know if you want to back off. We'll try and collect all the guys together. I can see there I got the smoke on.
Yeah. I'll turn around. Sorry, I'm on autopilot.
Yeah, so am I. I'm actually relaxing it when I was doing it, because I didn't know about all this autopilot stuff yesterday. So I was actually hand flying it, but I had everything pretty much trimmed perfect. So
you were dreading this flight, thinking, "Oh, I don't have autopilot."
Well, first thing came to mind is, coffee break's going to be out of the question.
Here, I'll cheat. I'm a developer. I'm just going to slew to you.
Well, I was hoping you might have had a trick there, but yeah, actually, what you've shown me is actually completely blown away my expectations. So that's really, really cool.
People don't realize these Navions, they might not be the best looking planes. They were built after the P-51s in a sense, the style. They have bloodlines with North American.
Okay.
I mean, it is a North American plane. It's the NA-143 and the NA-145.
Was it North American that did the Corsair?
I'm not sure about that. I know they did the P-51.
Okay. Yeah.
So this plane, if you look at the tail, It has P-51, you know, look to it.
Yeah. Okay. Now that you mention it, yeah, it does. Because it's got a.
No, I don't.
It's got a forward set horizontal stabilizer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
There we go. All right, I got my smoke on. Smoke on.
All right. Should we get these autopilots off and do a little bit of fun?
Yeah. Hey, I was showing TPHI yesterday. Even he as a tester didn't know it. This plane. I modeled the propellers and the windmills. If you were to cut the engine,
Right.
and do a straight up vertical climb, 90-degree vertical climb, you'll actually see the propeller windmill, and then at one point it will actually stop. So depending on your airspeed, this propeller actually does all of that animation, and then also the
That's
slow
crazy.
and the still. Yeah, you can see it. You'll see. I sent you a video yesterday late at night, showing you it, because I was like, yeah, I'll show you how it works, and he was like, dude, that's so cool. I'm like, yeah, it's probably one of the only planes in the sim that can do it.
Okay, here we go. Well, just one thing I see for Vietnam, it's got lots of trees.
Yeah, if you want to do some crazy aerobatics, the Super Decathlon, that plane is so much fun to fly. I had so much fun making that plane. I had Smitty help me with the flight model in that,
Okay.
and then I also had 2 pilots testing it for me. One was on Xbox and one was on PC, and they had a full
Cool.
simulation, full motion setup that they were testing it in. I was like, you guys are nuts, because anytime they like crashed it or hit the ground, you would just see a violent shake in their machine, and I was like, that is so cool. I need to get one of those motion simulators.
Oh, this is just fun. Wow.
Yeah, the fact that everybody has their own individual smoke is really something.
It is.
Really makes an immersion into the sim.
Mr. Tippy says, I wish Fly Tampa would release trial on Marketplace so I could grab it. Yeah, I don't know why they've not done that, actually. I'm definitely actively controlling the throttle here. And the one thing I do like about the plane is so responsive to throttle changes.
Oh yeah, yep. It's just really. This was my 3rd installment of the Navions, and to be honest, I learned as I went. So the Cam Air was the first one, the Navion B was the second one, and then this L17 was my last Navion that I did. And all of the knowledge that I had from the other 2 planes went into this one. So you'll
That's
see.
awesome.
You'll see even in the texture work that, you know, it just got better and better as I learned how to develop. And then the Super Decathlon, like, is mind-blowing on the interior of that plane. You know, the stuff that I put into it. Here we
it's
go.
fun.
I'm doing a barrel roll above you.
Are you?
Yeah.
If I could see you. Try and get ahead of me if you can. We'll try and get
All
on
right,
camera.
give me a second here. I'm gonna fly underneath you.
I'll stay sable.
It is as fast as I can go.
You can feel the military heritage of this airplane, though.
All right, once I get over this little hill here, I'll pull into a barrel roll for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some altitude.
Still can't see you yet.
Oh, I'll wait. I'm below you, so it's gonna be tough to see me. Let me see where you are. I'm pretty sure I'm past you now. Yeah, I'm on your left-hand side. Sorry, I gotta get back over there.
Oh, there you are. Okay, I see you.
All right, so let me Let me get over this hill here. Okay, climb probably
Right.
almost 4,000.
Don't
Jeez.
forget to aviate, Willie. Wow, I love this. Look at the scenery here is absolutely stunning. Way! There's
All right,
Nighthawk.
I'm getting some speed. You got your eyes on me?
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna try it.
Oh, there you go. That's good. Oh wow, you're going low.
Right on those treetops.
The L17bravo, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. What a beautiful airplane. We've even
Heck,
pressed.
you-
Oh, Jayhawk. By the way, I'm sorry. Goodbye, Jayhawk. Thank you for coming. Give our best to your missus. He's probably been ordered to the supermarket.
There you go.
Oh wow! Yeah, see your
Yeah.
loop to loop. Look at that. Brilliant. As I always explain to everybody on streams, Nick, I'm always flying more conservative because if I crash, that's the stream over. So
Yeah. No, I
but
hear you.
it's always great to see everyone else having fun. You see Mr. Tippy and Nighthawk bringing up the rear there. Look at this. This is absolutely fun. Wow, there's Dark chasing B4. It's like being in the middle of an air show.
Now, this plane isn't really meant for aerobatics, but those guys in formation, I'm going to say unofficially, do some fun things with it.
I could see it being able to do that. I mean, I think it's not an airplane. You'd have to take care of the airplane. You'd have to be aware of its limitations, but it's certainly a capable airplane.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got to realize this plane's 70 years old, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It is not a new plane by any means. Now, the Super Decathlon, it's built for all that. That's what it's meant to do. It's a trainer for aerobatics.
Oh, wow, look at that. Here he goes again.
Yeah, the smoke just looks so cool when you do it.
I haven't had a flight like this in a long time. We gotta do more of this, eh?
Oh, yeah. Just, hey, anytime you want to fly my plane, just let me know, and I'll come fly with you. I have no
that'd be
problem
brilliant,
joining
yeah.
you, even if it's just for a little
Well,
bit.
we're talking
you know?
about, I don't know what your schedule's like. We're talking about possibly starting up our Thursday night streams again. So that would be about 3 o'clock in the afternoon for you, or maybe. Well, it'd be,
that'd be perfect.
It'd be
Anything in the
it'd be
afternoon's good.
2000 Zulu.
I usually go to bed at 4 a.m. because I'm working. You know, I just get it. I get so involved. I get so into it. I'm focused. I'm in my zone. Let's see. The Super Decathlon from start to finish, I did it in 4 months.
4 months. That's
that,
fast.
And that included everything, literally from modeling it from the first Virtus to the last.
Amazing.
I was able to complete that plane in 4 months. But when I go into nerd mode, forget it. You know, I'll work 36 hours in one day. You know, and then just go until I can't go no more.
You're. As we'd say in Scotland and possibly Ireland, you're a grafter.
Yeah.
Oh, there's hydro wires there. Alright, bring the power up. I can at least manage a barrel roll. Maybe Nighthawk, maybe you can get a picture of this. I don't know if it'll come out, but mind you won't see the smoke probably. come back. There we go. Yeah, she was fighting me every way. I'm part of that. I can hear the groaning like, what are you doing to me? I'm an old lady. Okay, there is allegedly an airport up around here somewhere. The giveaway is coming up, people. We're giving away the L17bravo that you're seeing us flying around in. What a load of fun it is. And we're also giving away a lifetime license to the PMS50 GTN module. But we're going to start off with a crosswind landing here. So let's go find this airport. Go ahead, Nick.
And then the other thing is what's cool with this plane is I actually made a variant with it. So you not only get the L17b, you get the L17d, which is the ski variant.
Yeah, I saw that, which is amazing.
There was only 3 ever built in real life, and I actually did. There's like 2 pictures of the thing online that you can find, and I modeled the skis to the best of my knowledge that I could, with the help from Bill, who's the owner of L17.org website. Okay. And his plane is the one that is in the museum.
Nighthawk says on my feed, Navions look like the pit specials. Oh, right, yeah, because he doesn't have the variant. So, well, I hope you're entering into the giveaway, Nighthawk. You're just as eligible as anyone else. Never know. Cloud Viper says, I'm so jealous of you guys. Why, Cloud, you should be flying with us. He's Cloud Viper's more of an airline guy, though, to be fair. Okay, where's this runway? Around here somewhere.
There's nothing wrong with being an airline guy.
No, not at all. I fly airliners a lot, but sometimes it's nice just to do a little bit of stick and rudder flying every now and then, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Just to remind you why this sim is so much fun.
That's why I brought out the Spitfire today.
Yeah, I saw that. But I think is yours the iron one, isn't it? I don't think I have that.
The one that allows you to have weapons.
Oh yeah. Well, allegedly at some point we're supposed to do news. I don't know when. but there's a big announcement about the Hawk T1. Well, looks like everyone's kind of coalescing. Oh, there's a runway. Okay. We can start slowing down. One thing we do need is hydraulics.
Yeah, you put out full flaps in this thing, and it basically flies like a brick. So you got to keep your
probably going to use
speed up.
Partial flaps for this, actually. Gear can come down.
But she handles nice. She has that stall capability.
Right, center camera. Here we go.
Ooh, I forgot to turn my smoke off. Sorry about that.
Right, you'll get full flaps out. Just going over top. Balance throttles out. Let's see if we can ease her down nice and gentle. Hold that horizon. Hold that horizon. 70 feet per minute. I'll take that. Wow. What a landing. She's lovely. Absolutely beautiful. Very, very good low speed performance. Right, let's go find a place to park. Good landing, says Cloud. Thank you very much. You did a bush flight 5 weeks ago, Cloud. All right, okay, very nice. Papua New Guinea. Yeah, that's another great place to fly through mountains. Let's get all these pretty birds lined up in a row. And we'll do the L17bravo giveaway, guys. And as mentioned, if you have the L17 already, Nick has offered to provide a replacement. Oop. Keep trying to use the tiller and it doesn't have one.
Yeah, you can pick any of my 4 planes. That's fine.
Thanks, Nick.
Some people might like the Super Decathlon better just because it's newer. It fully acrobatic. It can do all kinds of tricks and spins.
We'll give
you name it.
Yeah, we'll give the winner the choice, I think.
I even have a maneuvers list out for it that it's capable of doing, and it it doesn't teach you, but it explains to you how to get into the maneuver, how to get through the maneuver, and how to finish it at what air speeds, and you know how to move your ailerons, your rudder, all of that. It's all built right into the instructions. So for those people that are new to any kind of aerobatic flying, it's a great tool to learn how to do, you know, Immelmans and barrel rolls, and you
Awesome.
know, there's all kinds of stuff you can do in that plane.
All right. So I'm just gonna wait everyone to park up here, and we'll. Oh, everybody's down the other side. Here comes Dark Fury. Anything else? All right. Okay. Cool.
You want us to come to you, or are you going to come to us?
Yeah, you come to me. You come to me.
Okay.
I just need to check.
Here,
Yeah,
I'll come on my way. You
missed
can
a
see the
message from,
effects of all the
missed
dirt behind me.
So I think Martin's just about to join us, so we'll do the giveaway pretty quick. Right, so first we are giving away either the L17bravo or one of Hangar 17's products. If you want to win, put !win in the chat now. You must be subscribing to the subscriber to the channel to be able to do it. So !win, and everyone is eligible, even team members. So please do join in.
And then if anybody's interested and they want to, you know, see what I'm up to, just join my Discord. I post on there at least once a week on any of the updates that I'm doing for the planes that I can share that I'm working on. And the most current one is going to be the the American Champion Scout. It's going to be a new bush plane for 2024. And it's going to have float variant. It's going to have the 26-inch bush wheels, and it's also going to have 35-inch bush wheels.
Oh, very cool. Right, that's Martin's. He's just about here, so just message him. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to get him lined up. Oh, there he is. Martin, hello. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep. So we've got Nick from Hangar Studios 713. Nick, say hello to Martin from Just Flight.
Hey, Martin.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah, sorry, but I missed your message. We were running a little behind there, Martin, but glad to have you on. We're just about to do the first giveaway for Nick's going to give away one of his airplanes. So, like I said, if you want to win, put !win into the chat. And see who the magic winner is here. And how are you doing, Martin? How's the day finding you?
Yeah, all good. Just juggling a 3-year-old and a 3-week-old baby. So
We do appreciate it. We'll try not to keep you too long.
well,
Congratulations.
thank you. Yeah, it's been a busy start to the year.
Very busy. Well, I mean, look at it this way. Eventually, they do grow older. Eventually.
They do quickly.
Yeah. So, and you said they're, what, about 3 years apart between them?
Yeah, the oldest is turning, well, nearly 4, yeah, in April. And this one's 3 weeks. So, yeah, so 3.5 years.
Speaking of babies, I got to go pick up my baby from college later on this morning.
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on with this thing? Okay, is that all our entries done? We will kick off. Oh, come. I don't think it's completely working. Okay.
Yeah, the the smoke in this plane is dynamic too. So if you're sitting on the ground and you have your smoke on, it'll smoke you up pretty good. Somebody said in chat, smoke on the tarmac.
All right, guys. Here we go. Ready to draw the winner. The first winner of the 3rd anniversary giveaway, and either your choice, basically, of a add-on from Hangar Studios 713 is. Here we go, guys. Dark Fury. There you go. You won, Dark.
Yay! Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
just shoot me or Willie a DM and I'll get you set up.
It's all right, mate. I'd rather get it to one of the other people in the chat that deserve it.
Oh,
I'm not really an aviation flyer. I prefer airlines, but there is a couple of aircraft I like to fly, like the Vulcan and the Spitfire. So I'm happy to pass it on to somebody else.
Okay, there you go. Let's see who else we've got here. Should be interesting. Okay, well, we'll run it one more time then. I'll probably end up picking you again. That's the only thing.
If not, I can always get to jail.
Oh, Nighthawk, there you go. Nighthawk's won it. Put the Hangar Studios website in the Discord. Oh, yeah, thank you for that. Yes, so if you go join our Discord, Nighthawk has graciously put Hangar Studios there. So I think we're going to hold off on the PMS50 right now. We got Martyn Northall. Nick, you're welcome to stay around. We're going to jump into the Duke Turbine now and have a bit of a chat with Martyn, but I can't thank you enough for your time today, Nick.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Not at all.
Appreciate it.
Not at all. So with that, I'm going to, everyone stay where you are. You can stay in the same plane if you want. Just going to swap airplanes here. Martyn, talk to us about Just Flight. It's so a rare opportunity to get you on a positive rate. First question I think I have is how's the Falcon 7100 getting on?
Good, yeah. We're kind of at the sort of later stages of the systems coding at the moment.
Okay.
So all the artwork is there, the exterior, the interior, cabin, all liveries. So yeah, it's just sort of.
Is there would it be pretentious to ask if you have a screenshot you could share with us just now?
Good question. Do I? Have to see if I can
No pressure.
Yes. Yeah. I was going to say I have about hundreds different builds of it, but in terms of screenshots, let's see what I can dig out here.
It's not
yeah,
critical.
it's coming along well. It's just sort of testing the systems, finding, polishing the bugs, finding where we want to add a bit more detail. But yeah, we're kind of on track for hopefully kind of an Easter release.
Oh, Easter! Oh, that's exciting.
Hopefully, yeah. If things pan out as they are at the moment, but sort of juggling that and obviously all the work on the Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 updates for our existing 11 aircraft I think we have in 2020.
Okay.
So obviously that's no small task. We've done the first 3 so far. Should hopefully have another 3 or 4 this month. Hopefully finish up on the 2024 updates in March, and then that allows us to kind of go back to sort of focusing on the new stuff. So the Fokker 7100, A300, Tornado, and in the longer term the Learjet 45.
Oh, very cool. And that's a big miss because the Lear 45 was very commonplace in Microsoft Flight Simulator for many versions, and then it kind of disappeared all of a sudden. So it's quite exciting to see that come back.
2020 shook up kind of the default aircraft. I mean,
it did.
In the previous iterations, it was you'd see much a very similar fleet, wouldn't you? Obviously, 2020 kind of start from scratch effectively. So yeah, we're looking forward to doing that. Something different, I think, as we've discussed on previous episodes of your podcast, it's we like to have a bit of variety here. So rather than working on every variant of the Airbus family or something, we like to jump from an A300 to a Hawk T1, to a light aircraft, and then this will be the first private jet we've ever done.
Yeah, that's really exciting. Yeah, I was going to say I can't recall you guys ever having done a private jet before, actually. So
no, it's something different. It's a nice size of aircraft and a mix of old and new. The Fokker 100 and the RJ. That's probably as new as we're going to ever go, really, certainly with airliners. So it's kind of something that's trying to find that mix of new and old, really.
Very cool. Now you guys didn't develop this, but you are the publisher for it. So today we're looking at the Black Square Duke Turbine. Can you tell us a bit about Black Square? Because it's a bit of I think a lot of people will be amazed that this is actually just one person that does all the development, very much like Nick.
Yes, yeah. So Black Square is effectively Nick, or certainly at the moment. It has helped with sounds and things like that. And obviously us as a publisher. But all the artwork looking at there and the coding, the logic and everything is Nick.
So another Nick, just like him.
Yes.
That's a big
Nicks Unite.
Nicks Unite, that's it. It's a remarkable airplane. I think you'll recall long time ago that I always mentioned how much I love twins, and this is probably one of the most exceptional ones I've ever seen come out for Microsoft Flight Simulator, actually.
Well, we remembered that the Duke was a very popular aircraft with the real air version back in FSX prepared days.
Yeah.
Hadn't been done yet, and it's always popular, sort of a high performance, quite a versatile aircraft.
It really is, and of course, I mean, when you look at things like the tablet, the options, the visualizations of the engine performance and things like that, it's one of the things that I love showing it on Positive Rate all the time. But we're going to get this thing started now. We have a flight plan here. Let me get the flight plan in. Now, I often use this for beacon-to-beacon flight, but today I think I'm going to show off the PMS750 or PMS50 GTN a bit more. So to bring that in, we do that, and that is going to do. There's a bit of a delay, and then that should come in shortly. There we go. And this has both units, so whereas in the L17bravo, which is a much older airplane, has room for the 650, this has both the 750 and the 650, which is pretty cool. So we're just going to power this up now. Avionics power can come on, and I think we'll just start the engines in situ. So first, very specific sequence. You will blow the engines if you don't do this right. So we're going to put on ignition, pump, actually open the oil doors and the inertial separators. You can hear all this stuff coming to life here. Let me turn up the noises a bit. And start right, or left I should say. We're just waiting for NG to stabilize about 17. We bring in the fuel. Starter can come off. And there is quite a spool up time for these guys, turbines. What's the response been with Black Square for you guys, Martyn? In terms of your portfolio, obviously, as I mentioned, you are the publisher. How's the response been from the community in terms of all the products that Black Square has brought to market so far?
Yeah, so excellent. I mean, it's developed a amazing reputation. She's very highly regarded by the community. Yeah, he's like a sort of bit of a VIP celebrity when we take him to we go across to FS Expo. We tend to meet him there because he's based in the USA.
Yes,
So
he is. Yeah.
Just on our stand. So yeah, he's got plenty of admirers coming along, and yeah, he's pretty incredible output.
There we go. It's a beast of an airplane.
I have a question for Martyn, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, you've got the aircraft, the RJ, the Turbine Duke, and all that. Have you got any plans to do something like aircraft like the Concorde or stuff like that? You know, like you say, mixed with old and new.
Yeah, so we've got no firm plans at the moment for a Concorde, but it's that definitely sits on the list of aircraft that I would love to do from a sort of personal passion point of view. But the sheer amount of work and commercial reality also comes into it as well. So
it's quite complicated airplane as well, isn't it? It's
yeah, it'd probably be about a 3-year project for us. That
yeah,
to do it to the level.
If you're to model, yeah, I was going to say if you model it correctly, because one of the critical things is which made the Concorde so unique is the fact that you had to move the fuel around between different flight phases to keep the center of gravity in a place that was so the airplane was actually stable, which I always find amazing.
Yeah, it would be great to have one. I mean, as a sort of flight sim, and there's lots of aircraft types that you'd love to see in the sim, and it'd be frustrating when they aren't appearing in the sim.
Yeah.
Why is nobody doing this? And often there's a good reason why. That's just the sheer amount of work involved, complexity, and cost of photographs. But yeah, we are. I mean, we're obviously trying to finish at the moment the Fokkers and the A300 Tornado, projects that we've been working on for 3 or 4 years for those. But yeah, very much after that, then it's kind of identifying kind of what to work on next. So certainly listen to the community and listen out for suggestions. And the big part for us is securing access to a real aircraft. That's always kind of vital for research.
And probably real pilots as well.
Real pilots, yeah. I mean, on the Fokker, for example, we have maybe 20 or 30 real Fokker 100 pilots, mainly Australian, as you'd imagine.
Yeah.
Taking part in testing and helping with that. We've already got a nice group of Learjet 45 pilots and engineers lined up for that. So yeah, there's quite a lot that goes into picking an aircraft. If you're going to do it to a really complex study level, it's quite a lot of work that goes around making sure you pick something that's sort of workable.
Yeah, that's completely.
But yeah, certainly classic, legendary British airliners,
In regards to where you say like work-wise, quality-wise, and listening back to the community, how far, or should I say, how big would you go in that sense? Because I know you've got you're on about you've got the jets, you've got the military aircraft like the Vulcan and stuff like that. But how big of an aircraft would you realistically go up to?
So often it's the kind of the scale of the aircraft and the complexity of the aircraft aren't always connected. So, so scale isn't necessarily much of an issue. We could probably find a large military aircraft or airliner that we'd be quite happy doing. It all kind of tends to come down to kind of complexity, really, complexity of systems, and if we want to do it to the sort of the usual level we want to do it to. Where it does come tricky, obviously, with larger aircraft is it's just the sheer amount of artwork and detail required, and do you model every single cockpit position if it's kind of got multi-crew? And so yeah, there's kind of no limit really in our minds necessarily. It's kind of basis. It's just trying to find that balance of something that we find interesting, but also is commercially appealing. Obviously, we are a payware developer. A pretty large company, so can't be driven purely by the passion side of things.
Oh, Thank you for answering that.
No, thanks, Martyn. Right, I know you're a busy man, Martyn. We're going to get this airplane up in the air, and we're going to today offer a giveaway of the Duke Turbine. It's an absolutely fantastic airplane. If you're interested in getting yourself a copy, this is open to all team members, all viewers. Put !win into the chat. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and we'll give this away. And a huge thank you, for me, Martyn. Positive Rate doesn't really the story of the Positive Rate begins and ends with Just Flight. You guys have always been massive supporters for us, and we've often featured many of your various add-ons. I'll tell you what I'm really excited about, Martyn. Actually, it's worth mentioning. Big update for the Hawk T1, isn't there, for 2024, and a whole bunch of other things. Did you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so that came out. When did it come out? Tuesday, I think. Yeah, so the kind of main headline, I suppose, is the 2024 compatibility being added in there. But whilst we're working on it, we also put in various upgrades, improvements, fixes, and it's kind of giving the V2 name. I think most notably the kind of basically sort of do the flight model from scratch. So yeah, it's a pretty significant update.
So is it? Sorry, did I hear you right? You completely redid the flight model.
It's kind of hard to quantify exactly, but yeah, it's certainly a very significant rewrite of the flight model.
That's incredible. Yeah.
We released it back in 2022.
2022, yeah, because it was pretty much when we first started out. I think it was shortly after we started, and that was one of the first airplanes that we featured from Just Flight. So. Yeah, I think about 2022, yeah.
Yeah, so the flight model we created back then, obviously put a lot of effort into, but back then, it was Microsoft flights from 2020, service pack 5, 6, 7, something like that. We've had another 10 or so since then, and, unfortunately every successive service pack, service update to Sims and kind of spoil the flight model on the Hawk even more. So we kind of had to go back really and sort of redo it to make it fly how we want it to fly with the latest version 2020 and then into 2024.
That's amazing. Very exciting.
Lots of points to have to do, but it's been worth it. I think it's flying really nicely again. Yeah.
It's a beautiful aircraft. I mean, the fact that you guys have actually put in the effort to improve it yet again is absolutely amazing, and I know a lot of people are desperate to get as many airplanes into 2024 as possible as well. So
yeah, so like I say, we've done 3 of our 11 so far, so the RJ, Vulcan, and the Hawk, and then hopefully the PA-28s be coming this month, the PA-38, and then the F-28 and the 146. Both the F-28 and 146. Like the Hawk, that will be more than just 2024 update. They'll see previous updates as well. So a lot of the improvements that we made in the RJ will be bringing back to the 146, and the F-28 got this version 2 upgrade for that, with adding in a custom FMS and more capable autopilot. Yeah, so we kind of try where we can to sort of take the opportunity to upgrade as well as updating our stuff, and try and keep it fresh and current and interesting for people who've been flying it for a while already.
Yeah, that's very cool. Right, so we're just taking off. We're going to get onto our flight plan here. First, I forgot something. Heading to runway heading. Unlike the Bravo, the Duke is. Oh, we need pitch trim. Duke is well equipped with all sorts of autopilot features. We're going to be using VLOC initially today, so that we can do our radio flying with the PMS50, and we'll also demonstrate some of the GPS capabilities as well. 5,500 is our altitude. Our flaps are up. Our gear is up, and we've got climb power set. And Martyn, I know you're quite busy, so I don't want to keep it much longer. A huge congrats to Just Flight team. A huge congrats to you personally for your new addition to the family, and of course we're always delighted to talk to you. Thanks for spending a bit of time out of your precious Saturday, your weekend to come and talk to us.
Yeah, no problem.
Right, shall we give this away? So if you are interested in the absolutely incredible Duke Turbine from Black Square, courtesy of Just Flight, please put !win into the chat. You must subscribe to the channel to be able to participate. So do that right now. This is open to everybody. If you want to win a copy of the Duke Turbine by Black Square, courtesy of Just Flight, !win into the chat. This is available to all team members, followers, viewers, as long as you are subscribed to the channel. Okay. Don't worry if you're not getting a confirmation of the giveaway entry. I will be capturing you. Oh, getting a bit over speed here. Okay, we're going to give 1 more minute. !win into the chat. What else we got? Sorry, quick clarification, Martin. Is this available for Xbox or is this PC only? I couldn't remember.
Black Square. Good question. Check here. So it's been a while. We've been busy getting stuff onto Xbox. Black Square fleet. Let's double check.
No worries. Okay, is that all our entries in? I'll just double check because I'm keen to. Whoa! I think that was Mrs. Tippy just shot off ahead of me. Think I'm flying in the wrong direction? Yes, I probably am. Because I haven't actually changed course yet, so let's do that. Getting distracted, Nighthawk. Thanks for keeping me on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, looks like it's on the Xbox to me.
Okay. Are you able to support a giveaway for the Xbox version as well?
That I have no idea, to be honest.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna walk by. Got
Yeah.
one well be able to work that out.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, to be fair.
No, I
Not to worry, not to worry. Okay, here we go, guys. One last chance, !win into the chat if you want to win the Black Square Duke Turbine, courtesy of Just Flight and Martin Northall. Huge thanks to him. Oh. And here we go. The winner is... Dark Fury.
Hey! Yes.
You must have a rabbit shoe today. Dark Fury, are you going to keep that one?
Yes, I am. Thank you very much.
Absolutely brilliant. Okay. Huge thank you to Just Flight and Martin. Thank you so much. All the best to your family and the team, and have a fantastic weekend.
Yeah, you too. And, yeah, thanks everyone for your support, and yeah, I'll speak to you soon.
Cheers, Martin. All the best to you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
No, I checked I checked behind the scenes, Brad. Everybody was there. Just Dark seems to have just locked out.
I've paid the bot.
Paid the bot. That's it.
I wish. Be nice.
We do have, of course, I will give away the PMS50 as well right now. So if you've already entered, we'll do that right now. I'll use the same entries. If anybody wants a shot at doing this and has not entered the previous draw, enter now, ! Win, for a lifetime license to the PMS50 for the GTN. And Nick, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here. I was just muted.
Am I right? The PMS50 works on Xbox as well, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So lifetime license for the PMS GTN750. ! Win in the chat if you've not already entered for the previous draw.
There's only certain planes though that have it available for Xbox.
Yeah. But one of them will definitely be the Duke Turbine, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, but if you have the Super Decathlon, like I said before, you'll get the in-game panel, and it works on any plane then.
Okay, very cool. Okay, so just to make sure that there's... Okay, anybody else? I think we're all good. Any other giveaway? No. Do that. Right, here we go. The lifetime license for the PMS50 is going to... Nick Burrows.
Congrats, Nick.
Congratulations, Nick.
Hey, another Nick. Congratulations.
Another Nick. Nick, just send me your preferred email address and I'll get that arranged for you. And you can go and download the PMS50 right now from the site. The license key is then will be given, and you'll be able to retrieve that and activate through that. So, no, congratulations. Thank you everybody for participating. And I think I've fallen well behind everybody, so I'm gonna crank this speed up a bit. And I think we're gonna need a bit of altitude. What kind of altitude are you at up there, Nick?
7,000. You should be able to clear that.
Okay, let's do that. One thing I do have is lots of power. That's for sure. Okay, we're now using the eggs today, guys. So we are tracking our next one, which is I think it was BMT. Let me just check. No. Tablet. Yeah. So we're here. Bravo Mike Tango, which is Dr. Luck. I think we'll probably skip the landing on that and head straight en route. And my autopilot just barely cleared that hill. Wow, that was close. Okay. So we do have the GPS flight plan here, but as you notice, I'm actually using VLOC tracking through the nav radio, which is 112.10. Our next frequency will be 112.80. So I'm going to put that into the backup. And there, that's ready to go. And we can also feed that into our nav2 radio on the GTN650, which is 112.8. Transfer. And if that is in range, we'll pick up on the green needle. As you can see, not at the moment because there is quite a lot of terrain in the way. So we're not expecting to see anything happen that way yet. How'd you guys get so far ahead? Is that just because I was flying the wrong direction for too long?
Yeah, you were for about 5 minutes there heading in the wrong way.
I didn't actually earn this title permanently, but there used to be a term going Captain Wrong Way. I think I was one of them at one point, but there was another guy who was notorious for that. I think it might have been Shane.
I changed into the TNAV too, so I can keep up with you.
Okay, fair enough. And I think going forward, I'd love to feature.
Make him lose his focus.
That's it.
Sorry, shut up.
Guilty as charged. I think we'd love to feature all of your aircraft actually on the stream going forward, Nick, if you're up for that.
Yeah, go for it.
Plenty of room for
You
that.
can fly them all that way. You can check them all out. My planes are more simplistic than what you're flying right now. I mean, the system's depth on the Duke is
the Duke, yeah, it's
second to none.
Yeah,
that's a great plane.
The only comparison would probably be the Chancellor, the C414 Chancellor. Can't remember. Nighthawk, remind me who makes that airplane actually. But yeah, it's extraordinary. It's absolutely lovely. And Nick, one of the things, maybe this is something you can aspire to on some of your future planes, but I love the visualization that you get with this. You should be able to see it coming up on the screen in a minute. And because I've got the inertial separator on here, so I'm going to turn that off.
Yeah, one day I'll aspire to that.
I don't know how he does it. That's quite amazing. But then the other things that you do are not things that you normally see. So some is like your attention to detail on things inside the plane. So it's. I think I always find every studio has its own strengths. But it's cool to see the variety of things that we're getting for the sim now. And I dare say, I think we were having a bit too much fun flying around the hills with the L17bravo. So I think that's going to be coming up on a future stream very soon.
Wait until you try out the Super Decathlon. You'll have a lot of fun with that plane. You know what? And you won't have to turn off realism. You can keep it on realism. That thing can do all kinds of stunts.
I think we might. No, don't stop the stream. Don't know why it's doing that. I'm just looking at dates. It'd be nice to get you on maybe the 1st of March.
Sure.
Or if we start Thursday streams, I'll let you know. And I think what we'll do is we'll just go through the entire catalog.
I'm always available, so if you need me to pop in, I'll pop in and do my thing and show you around.
Perfect.
The only time I'm not available is when I'm doing something with my boys.
Family first.
My oldest is in another state, but he visits every once in a while, and then my youngest, he's in college, so if he needs a vehicle, I'll bring him up one. That's actually what I'm doing later this morning.
Okay.
So I'm going to be going up to close to Erie, PA, and it's about an hour and a half, 2 hour drive from where I live to get up there. So he needs the
yeah, that's right on
for
is Erie right on the north part of the state? Is that right?
Yeah, it's right on Lake Erie.
Yeah, I thought that. I've stared at it from across the water and
I want to get up there before they get the snow because they'll get feet.
Oh, they're getting
whenever
hammered this year. Oh my god!
Yeah, I think he got 5 feet in one day earlier in the year. He goes to Edinburgh, which is real close to Erie, and he was sending me pictures, and I thought, wow, I haven't seen snow like that since I got stuck in Buffalo back when I was a flight attendant.
Lake effect snow is legendary, that's for sure. But I've got a family up on Lake Huron. I mean, they one night they got something like 10 feet. It was it was pretty extraordinary.
Yep.
I do miss it. I miss it and don't miss it at the same time. Because obviously Scottish winters are we still get snow, but I don't live unless you go up north. You don't really see too much of it, and it's a bit warmer as well. And I do miss the snow at times, but I don't miss is when you get into March and then just everything around you is brown and dirty and dead. And
oh yeah,
you're just waiting for spring at that point, aren't you? You just like that first warm breeze that comes in. And it doesn't matter if it gets cold again. As soon as that first warm breeze, there's one thing that I always notice is as you're driving home, everyone's got the barbecue out. They're starting to barbecue stuff just because they're so impatient for summer to come.
I told my son, since he's this is the first. He's a sophomore this year, so it's the second year. But last year they didn't have anywhere near the snow they had this year. I said the snow this year will be there whenever you finish school. That'll last forever, because they have like in their parking lots, they have it piled up almost all the way to the top of the light pole. I was like, that stuff's not going to melt till June.
That's amazing. Man. Okay, where are we? We are... Now we can actually start putting the PMS through its paces here, actually. Any other tricks you can think of, Nick, that we can look at?
Yeah, with the PMS50, there's all kinds of stuff you could look at. Let me pull mine up real quick.
All right.
I can run you through it.
Yeah, we're on V-Lock right now, just to...
Okay, so you're flying VORs then.
Yeah.
There's weather.
Okay, yeah.
In the paid version, you can go to your weather radar, and you can also scan horizontally if you want, or you can scan vertical.
We'll see if that actually.
And it'll
works.
show you that. So if you actually have weather in front of you, it'll show it on the radar. It's pretty cool.
Let's bring some weather in. Let's bring in a storm.
Because for the longest time in 2020, people were complaining.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, well, the weather doesn't work, and I'm like, well, it's always worked for me. You just have to have PMS50.
Of course, the turbine's got its own Bendix radar unit as well, so that's pretty cool. You can see that coming up there.
Yeah.
But let's get this on the PMS. So where do I go for that? Menu? No. Back.
Yeah, just go to the main menu where the map is.
Weather?
It's on the right. Weather.
There it is. Weather.
Yeah. And then you'll see that. And then also it has the terrain features. So if you're close to the ground, it'll be red. And if as you get up, it goes yellow and then green, depending on how you have the settings done for it.
Look at that. Brilliant. So that's it. It pretty much looks almost exactly like the Bendix unit now I've got side by side, which is really interesting.
Mm-hmm. And then in this plane, you'll see they have the 650 and the 750 in it. So right below the 750, you have the 650.
That's it. That's
and
here,
you can utilize it that way. I have that in the Navion B. So in my Navion B, I have the 750 with the 650.
Oh, that's a good point. So you could actually have your weather gauge there.
Yep.
And then
so you can kind of have both
dual mode.
And then on top of that, if you have the in-game panel out, you technically have three then.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The one thing I do like about when you have an opportunity to use the full setup is you never need any kind of in-game stuff at all because it's all right there. And I really love, if we go into our flight plan here for a minute, one of the features I like is being able to pull up the METAR. So, hang on. So we go into Da Nang here, waypoint info. I've got charts, so it does have the Navigraph integration. So if we go
that's another great thing. So if you have the Navigraph, you get the plates and everything in there.
Yeah, it's absolutely
So if you have that subscription, I mean, that's awesome to have that available to you in the simulator.
Yeah, it is absolutely crazy. And then we got weather data. And that will pull the live METAR, and there you go. So we've got, at the moment, obviously we've changed the weather setting, but you got rain, your clouds, QNH 1020, winds at 0507 knots. So it's really cool. It's absolutely a fully featured, incredible thing. And you can try it out for free, guys. So I don't think that you have to get the paid version. You won't get all the weather and all that kind of stuff necessarily, but you'll at least get a taster of what it's like to use it. And then, of course, go check out the full version if you're up for it. So huge congratulations to our giveaway winners today as well, and a huge thank you again to you, Nick.
if you go to PMS50.com, they have the features on the very front page that shows you what you get and the differences between the freeware and the premium version. And then also every Thursday, I believe of the week, you can, or it might be the first week of the month, every Thursday, you can actually try the premium version. They have a key that they give out.
Oh, like
so
a temporary
you can have the premium version. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
So you can actually see what it looks like. So that would have been this Thursday that you would have been able to do that.
Oh, that's awesome.
This past Thursday. Yeah. So that's a real nice feature that he has available for people that want to see what it's fully capable of. Another cool thing, since we're looking at the PMS50, I'm selling it for him. Hey, if you go to flight plan, you can actually load your flight plan. You hit menu and then import it. The only thing is you have to save the flight plan.
You got to save it
FPL folder.
Yes,
yeah.
but yeah. I'll show you something though. There is a way to speed this. If you do your flight plan through SimBrief, you can use the SimBrief downloader. Let me just I'll quickly show you the best way to do this.
Yeah, tablet. Or you can import it that way too.
Hang on. Right, so obviously you're going to see a screen within the screen here, but if you've got a SimBrief flight plan to show.
Now on Xbox, if you have the Super Decathlon with that in-game panel, that's the only way right now that you can import a flight plan
I don't have to show that.
onto the Xbox. Yeah.
It's I'll show you my SimBrief setup. So in here, 6. In here, whenever I do a flight plan, I have it exports to 2020, so it creates a 2020 plan. Now you can actually, I don't think you can change the name there necessarily, but I think this is directly supports the PMS. There it is, PMS50 GTN750. So if you've done a SimBrief plan, activate SimBrief downloader. It will dump it directly into the right file name into the folder for the PMS50. It's kind of redundant because I think you're probably going to mention this. One thing you can also do is import your flight plan direct from SimBrief. So, and all you have to do there is to sorry, I'll show the import here. There's the SimBrief. Yeah, the SimBrief.
Just go back, flight plan, and then menu.
Yeah, we'll wait for it to catch up. Yeah, there you go. So there's your options, but it's pretty easy to work out. What I do is I have a shortcut to the flight plan folder in my Windows Explorer. So if I create a plan, I just got to rename it to fpl.pln and drop it in. So it's pretty easy that way.
And then also, if you go to that flight plan menu, go back to flight plan.
Okay. 2 secs. Okay.
And then go to the menu. And then there's a preview function in there. So click on preview and it'll show you a preview of the flight plan that you're going to load.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it loads it all up in there all nice, and you can see it.
Learning all sorts of stuff
to make sure that to make sure that you have the right one. You know.
Go back to clear skies so I can see the train here. Oh, Brett, sorry I missed you. Have a great night, guy. Great to see you. Right, who we got? I can see you up with Mr. Tippy way ahead of me. Oh, there's Nighthawk. Is Mrs. Tippy still flying with us? Oh, there she is. There's Dark Fury over there. Back in the Spitfire. Probably dropped the altitude considerably now.
And then since you're flying VORs right now, you can actually go to your waypoints. There's a waypoint info button on the main screen, and then you can click on the airport intersection, VOR, NDB, or even you can even create your own waypoints on here and then fly to it and fly however you want. Put it in your flight plan.
Yeah, there you go.
You can
There's
do
all
it
your-
directly through the map. All kinds of features and functionality in this GPS.
Oh, yeah, I mean-
I love it. I use it for everything.
Oh yeah, create waypoint. There you go. Actually pointed on the map. That's amazing. Eh?
Mm-hmm. And then also you'll notice if you were to go into heading mode, and as you were to adjust your heading, you actually see a yellow bar show up, and it'll show with your HSI on the GPS screen on the map when you have it in map view. And then just go into heading mode, and then as you change your heading mode on your HSI, you actually see where it's going to point you to.
Oh right, I see.
It's a really cool feature.
Yep, there you go. There's your yellow. You're right. That is cool.
There's just so
Basically,
many hidden things that you don't know about until you start using it, you know?
Yeah, it gives you a lot of capabilities within a module that you see on modern airliners, which are integrated. Obviously, you can't do that with every airplane, but certainly it gives you a lot of those advantages basically in a box, doesn't it? Which is really cool.
Mm-hmm. And then if the plane's enabled to have autopilot, like I said, like how I have my L17, it's enabled.
Yeah.
But if it's not enabled, you're not going to be able to use the autopilot, obviously. But that feature is available in the utility screen, so you can just go to that autopilot that's built into the PMS50, and that alone in itself is just amazing, because a lot of planes, a lot of companies will, excuse me, they'll include autopilot, just won't tell anybody.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
that it's available. But in the PMS50, you can control a lot of them that people don't know about.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely gonna kick the speed up here. You do these flight plans thinking that we'll be able to get that done in a couple hours. Not even close.
Well, it's about that time. I got to leave you because I
Not
told
at
my
all.
son I'd pick them up around 10. So
No worries. You've
time.
been here well beyond expectations, Nick. Thank you so much for coming along today. And as mentioned, we'll get you on again and go through the whole catalog next time. I think that'd be fantastic and just absolutely fascinating. All the information you brought today. I've learned a bit, and of course, it was great to see the L17 in action as well.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was nice talking to you guys, and we'll see everybody later. Blue
care,
skies.
Take care, mate.
See ya, Gunner, says Mr. Tippy. Oh, man. Wonder if we should just head straight for Da Nang. I don't know.
I think I'm heading for Victor Papa Kilo because I've got some housework to do.
Not a problem. Thanks for dropping in today, Dark. It was great to hear from you again.
Yeah, nice to be here again. Nice to get some flying in 2020 because I've been trying 24.
How are you finding it?
It's a mess.
Yeah. I mean, it looks beautiful when it's working, but there's so many issues with it. I know that everybody keeps saying they're fixing a lot in this new sim update. I hope so, but I try it every once in a while. The experience is generally mixed, and there's no risk I could ever use it on a live stream. It's just in fact, True Tour Murphy, the other day was streaming 2024, so I thought I went over and checked it. I mean, I think he had to reload the sim about 3 times. And that's just not a great experience for content creators,
The problem is it's like when the stages when 2020 first released that 99.9% of stuff will be compatible.
Yeah.
And now we're finding out that there's terrain issues, there's LD issues.
Yeah.
So some airports are not actually fully compatible, which then causes CTD.
Exactly.
It's heavy on the download, so you're constantly streaming.
Well, that's got to change. That just has to change. And actually, when it's probably a good time to do the news, but when I was looking at the developer update, one of the top things on the wish list is ability to download everything, pretty much.
There's also a problem with VRAM. They're using way too much VRAM.
Yep.
But they recommend 64 gigabyte for RAM in your system, and then a 12 gig card.
Which is, I don't think it needs to be that big, to be honest with you. I mean, if you want to fly the top settings, sure. But you should be able to get away with lesser performance as long as you're willing to sacrifice some visual quality, right?
Yeah, but that's where the problem lies, because of the VRAM issue and the LED issues that they've got with the sim. Even if you've got for example, 32 gig of RAM in, you've got 3090, you've got an i9. You're still going to be running into quite a lot of issues because the sim uses basically 30 to 40 gig of RAM just to fly it in medium.
Yeah, which is nuts. It's just not efficient use of your machine. I mean, Nightcrack saying download aircraft has been pushed to sim update 2 at least. Yeah. And Mr. Tippy says I'm on sim update 1 beta, and it is night and day better since release already. That's encouraging. Still a bunch of stuff that needs to be fixed, but most of that's supposed to come in sim update 2. So at least they're working on it. Which is good.
Yeah.
But it's just my heart goes out to anyone who bought the the deluxe editions and all that, all that money that they spent, and it's for a sim that's just it wasn't ready for showtime. I think in the fullness of time, I think it's going to be fantastic if they listen to the community, implement the features that everybody's asking for, and fix all the problems. It'll be fantastic. It does look great when it's working, and it's definitely an improvement. But it's going to take time, and I don't think they should have sold it when they did, especially when they've admitted that they never did an alpha or a beta.
It would, in my opinion, there's a lot of issues that they need to fix, like everybody knows. But like SU1 predicted on the 18th of February, the new sim update is expected March. And then you look at their wish list on the thing. Planned for SU2, planned for SU2. It's like, no, they need to fix it now.
Yeah, exactly.
The sim was pushed back for release anyway, so it was going to release earlier than November.
Yeah.
But when they released it, they said all this was going to happen, and when you got it, there's no marketplace, it crashes.
Yeah, there's still no marketplace. That's the remarkable thing.
The sim essentially is a beta.
It is, I agree. And they, rather than invest the money to go through a proper beta, they've just used the general public to do the job for them. I mean, I actually laughed a bit when York said, thank you so much for everybody in the flight sim community for reporting all these bugs for us. I'm like, that's a bit of a cheeky comment, isn't it? That's not what we're here for. We're here to buy the product and enjoy it, not to help you perfect it. So I did find that a little bit insulting, but I hope they fix it. I mean, ultimately it doesn't matter as long as they get everything sorted out.
I think the main one now is for the developers to either get them compatible with both or convert them to 24.
Yeah.
Because that's where it's going to be now, and as you can see, we like indie builds, MK Studios, Parallel 42. Some of them are giving you free updates, and then some of them are charging you for the update. Charging for the update is a very dangerous play. Very dangerous play.
I think that is going to come back and haunt them. It's my personal opinion, but it's probably a good time to do the news. And since you're with me, Dark, before you disappear, maybe you and I can kind of co-present this and talk through it. How about that?
Oh, we can go through it, I guess.
All right. So let me just bring the sim noises down. Oh, we don't have any music as well. Let's put some music on. And get everything ready. Not that one. Okay. And it's time for the news, guys. Let's go for it. Right. First things first. Well, just as we were talking about before the developer update here, I'm going to see if I can get to the... There it is. That's the bug list. Let me see if I can find it. Just to look at this, Dark, and see what are some of the things that you notice in this initial list, and something that you consider. Do we think the prioritization's been correct on this? I mean, I know it's been subject to votes, but obviously the VRAM bug sitting at the very top does make sense. That's exactly where it should be.
Looking at that one, you know, the performance bug, yeah, that should be prioritised. Ground textures prioritised.
Yeah.
Live weather should be prioritised.
Because I mean that VRAM bug's sim update too.
Yeah, the sim freezing bug should be prioritised.
Mm-hmm.
This thing, it's like as if what they're doing is they're trying to fix the ones that they can fix now. And then the ones that they can't fix now, we're going to try and fix once the new sim update's done.
Yeah.
Instead of taking priority of what needs to be done, they're taking the easy route.
Yep. I'll see if I can get to the wish list here. So that's around here somewhere. This is these are still bugs. I mean, a lot of this is this is the gamification aspect, which I'm not particularly worried about. For me, the core sim stuff should come first, although I realize that that's important to them and possibly important to new simmers. Not really seeing anything here, but it's the wish list that caught my attention, if I can find it. Where is it? Wish list, there we go. What's your thoughts on this? And the one I wanted to call out was the second one, request for unencryption full downloadability for default aircraft in 2024. I think that's going to be a massive difference. And all they've got right now is under investigation, so they've not committed to anything, just that they're looking at it, which is really interesting, because I know that is not what their game plan was.
No, because their game plan was to lock everything down like they did with 2020. But what they're realising is developers need the coding to make the default aircraft better.
Yeah.
They said they would never do it, but there's that many people voting for it. It's something the community wants. Mm-hmm. The default aircraft was supposed to be a lot better in 24 than in the ones that they had in 2020, but there's no difference.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, moving on, Flight FX, known for the Honda Jet and VisiJet, they have released the P180. Dark, this is a weird looking airplane, isn't it? But it's really interesting. Yeah, it
looks like a backwards twin otter.
It does a bit. But yeah, they've got a great heritage, of course, if you're familiar with the Honda. We've flown a Honda Jet on here, actually. I forgot, we actually had a livery for that as well, do we not? We'll have to break that out and see what it looks like. Mrs. Tippy, it looks like a catfish. There you go. Mr. Tippy says they really need to get the marketplace open. So many developers are hurting bad right now, and some are even shutting down. Yeah, quite right. And Nighthawk says, I'm averaging one of successful flight in 5 attempts with 2024. Unbelievable. Flight FX also, this is exciting, E145. Now, this is something that's never really been done, and this is looking really beautiful. Look at this. Look at the detailing in that. Absolutely stunning. Very, very popular regional airplane as well. not showing much more yet. I mean, there's a little shot of the gear, but it's looking tremendous. Actually, an airplane that'd be interesting. And this, if you're not familiar with it, it's basically Embraer's answer to the CRJ. It's probably the best way I could describe it. Just Flight T1. Now, Dark, you and I have very, very familiar ties with this airplane. It has now got the version 2, and slightly controversial for me, but it also fires missiles. So I've got the.
I have very fond memories of crashing into the mountain with that aircraft.
Well, we used to do. Was this the airplane that we first did one of the mock loop?
Yes, it was with Tutor Murphy, and we got you dancing.
Is that how it all started? I can't remember. But I mean, they've really updated the textures too. I mean, this is a massive overhaul. Look at the detailing on it now. I mean, this is a significant change. It's a brand new airplane. It looks absolutely fantastic. And the fact that they've completely redone the flight model. The other thing I noticed, Dark, you don't have to go to the rear seat to turn off the skid, the auto skid or whatever the heck it was. Remember, you always had to go to the rear seat to flip it on? You don't have to do that anymore.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they've got
that was always a fun button.
It was. It confused a lot of people. Inabuilds, they are continuing to tease their 350, and they've put out a video as well. I don't know if this is a new video or if it's a pre-existing one, but yeah, it looks like they are getting close to release with this one. It is looking fantastic, I will say that. It says they've teased price, but I can't see anything in this article about that.
It's they've for what you get, they said it's going to be about £83 to £85.
That much?
Yeah.
Wow. I'll tell you what, it better be absolutely perfect for that price. Because that's coming in above. That's coming in above the PMDG 777, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It better be spot on then.
They've just released a buy as well for the release of the A350 for Microsoft 24.
Right, okay. So, I mean, it does. I mean, this does look spectacular. I mean, if video was the only thing you could go on, you would just assume this looks absolutely amazing. The thing with Inabuilds is they always look good, though. Inabuild's good at that. I find can be a little bit variable is how accurate the airplane actually flies and how accurate those systems are modeled. But I mean, certainly on the surface, looking at this, it does look like an 80-pound airplane, or what would be about $90 US or something like that. The Italian Flying Fish. Around 60 quid, they said, under 80 euros. So Nick's saying under about 60 quid. So, but it's looking good. I'm definitely interested to see what happens. Now, of course, that's not the airplane I'm getting excited about. Did anybody catch the latest video from Bluebird Simulations? Have you seen this, Dark?
Yeah, I did. What it actually caught my eye. That.
Oh my god, and it is absolutely stunning. They're very careful in how they're presenting this. So they're I think this video was kind of split between different bits. They were showing the hydraulics system. They're showing the electrical system. They're not necessarily showing a continuous end-to-end startup. They're focusing on where they're looking at different things. But just the way the CRT screens are modeled looks so authentic. And he was showing the EFB, which, I mean, this says everything to me. They built the EFB, which is going to be available in the airplane for all of us. But one of the reasons they built it is so that they could debug the aircraft to make sure it was doing what they expected it to do. What does that tell you, Dark?
It's definitely going to be worth its money in gold.
Every system modeled. All the fuses work because they actually use that to debug the plane as well, so they can reset the autopilot module if there's something weird going on. I'm just blown away. Really, it's just looking absolutely insane. Let's see if there's a little bit of work on the night lighting on this too, if I can find it. Where is it? I mean, look at the glow you get from there. And even the FMSs, the way they look, absolutely stunning. It's really, really something. I mean, I know a lot of people are frustrated that we've had to wait so long for this, but there's a really good close-up shot of the overhead, especially your fuel pumps, your bleed air controls, and it just looks great. Absolutely stunning. And I've missed it. You know, if you're ever familiar with the Level D, this is bringing that quality back. This is bringing that experience back into flight simulation. We've never had, in a long, long time, a full fidelity, high quality simulation of the 757 and 767 common cockpit. So I'm very, very excited to see this. So, and that's pretty much it. Anything from you, Dark? Any other things that you've seen this week that you're interested about?
No, I think everything's been covered, really. Dubai scenery just released by Indie Builds.
Oh, see if you can find that.
The Hamburg Airbus factory has been released freeware for the release of A350 as well.
See if I can find it. Oh yeah, wow. Wow. Yeah, that's stunning. Good. What was the last one there? Frankfurt?
It's Hamburg Airport. It's on flightsim.to. It's the Airbus factory.
Hamburg. Oh, here we go. And this is freeware then.
Yeah, I can't say it. Frankenwind. Yeah, that's the one.
Finkenwerder. It's probably like Finkenwerder. That's how I think it might be pronounced. Finkenwerder. But wow, yeah, this is free, completely free.
Yes.
That is crazy. Huh. There you go. So there you go. Head on over to flightsim.to. This is Echo Delta Hotel India, just in case you're looking for it. Anyways, that's the news, guys. We'll get back to the flight, and let's finish this this anniversary stream off. Oh dear, oh dear. What did you say you need to land shortly, Dark? Is that right?
Yeah, I've just landed. Cause,
you have landed. Okay, no worries.
Got other commitments at the minute now, so nice to be here.
Not at all.
Nice to meet your all team community.
Thank you so much, and obviously, we're so appreciative of Flight Design continuing to support us in official capacity, and all the best to your family, mate, and really look forward to speaking to you soon.
Yeah, same to you, and I'll speak to you soon. Have a good one.
Take care. All the best. There we go. That was our last guest off, I think. So I'm gonna disconnect from, and we'll finish it out. Thank you to everyone who's stuck with us the whole way. This is a very long stream. I can still see Nighthawk, Mrs. Tippy out there. Mr. Tippy off over there. Okay. So we are approaching our last VOR, our second last VOR. So our last one will be 114.4. Get that dialed in. And we can get that automatically put into there. See if that, are we picking that? Yes, we are. Now what we can do, we can fly right out to this waypoint, or we can shortcut it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the intercept course early and head due north, and just so you understand what I mean by that. Get a tablet, 2 secs. So we're coming in like that. So usually what you do is you go there and head straight out like that. What I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna set that approach, which is 043 degrees for 114. But right now I'm gonna cut out this angle. So I'm gonna head the airplane due north, and then pick up that intercept about there. So that's going to take maybe about 10-15 miles out of our trip, just so we can get up to Da Nang. So just in case you wonder why I'm heading north, that is the reason. So we'll set go to heading mode. I'm going to head north. And you'll be able to see that visualized on the GPS as well. And we're going to set our course of 043. Just about there. And I'm going to engage the nav, which, as you'll see, the heading is on. We are picking up that beacon, but we're so far away from that radial that the heading mode's staying engaged. The nav is armed, so that means when we do get close enough to that radial, which again should be probably around there, then it will tune in. But for the moment, it's just gonna leave it on nav arm. That is correct logic. That is actually how these radios are meant to work. So that is very, very cool. 5,000 feet doesn't look quite high enough, does it? I think it might increase a bit. Just to give us a little bit of breathing room. We haven't really done much of the scenery looking around here, but it's absolutely stunning. Nighthawk says in builds A350 includes the 900. Oh, and the 1000. Is that the project? What do they call it? Project Sunrise. The 1000, isn't it? For both 2020 and 24 for one price. That is, well, when you put it that way, that's an extraordinary value, isn't it? 60 quid, they said. Under 80 euros, right? Yeah. Okay. There we go. Climbing to 6,000. There we go. Yeah, absolutely stunning country. Didn't really talk much about Vietnam today, but we certainly had a lot of fun flying in it. Mr. Tippy and the T-Nav over there. There we go. Well, I think we're pushing. We're coming up 3 hours on this stream, aren't we? It's been a heck of a day. Mr. Tippy says you've set direct to Da Nang, have you? Yeah, I might do that myself actually. Why not? Oh, I've got the wrong. I've got the wrong radio beacon in. That doesn't help. There we go. Okay, we're going direct to. It doesn't look like it's doing it, but it is. go. Okay. Need some music. I thought it was a bit quiet in here. Let's see what we got. Some electronic. All right, guys, I'm just going to, we're almost home. Let's see, we got 104 miles, so I got a little bit of time. I'm just going to grab a quick comfort break, and I'll be right back with you. And thank you for sticking with us all this time. All right, back with you guys. We got some lovely screenshots here, actually. I thought I'd share them. Mr. Tippy's got a Quirker here. Look at this. Love that. That's great. Beautiful shot of that L17bravo. Look at all that's lined up there. Isn't that great? That's such a great shot. Nighthawk and his Chancellor. Absolutely great. Very, very cool. Very cool. So as mentioned, no, you're more than welcome. Thank you, Mr. Tippy. More than welcome. As mentioned, we are considering looking at Thursday night streams. Now, this would be Thursday night for me, so this probably be about a 7 o'clock, maybe 7:30, which works out to like 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Canada. So I don't know if all of our Canadian viewers can participate in that, but do let me know. I still think Saturday streams will be good, so we might do like a Thursday stream, like maybe once a month or something like that. I don't know, or possibly more. Well, we don't have a DME information for that, strangely. Wonder if we have it for the other one. Thursday is good for you. Okay. All right. So it'll be about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't. Nighthawk, is that something you could accommodate as well? You're working most of the time, but definitely join if not. Okay, cool. Okay, good to bear in mind. 1128. See if I can get a DME information from that. Nope. No, looks like these are VOR only. Well, we do have a ground speed of 210 knots though, so I'm not going to complain about that. If we'd have the set right, I could probably see that indicated. So we're at 6,000 feet. The temperature is about 7 degrees. And I can make use of this again. I'm going to freeze the thing. So what I'm actually doing is you got to look up this. So we're at 6,000 feet. So we have to, you can see a plus and a minus there. Hopefully that's visible on the screen. So there, what you want to do, there's your plus there. Sorry, I got to do the tablet to do this, don't I? There's your plus there. So we need to rotate this knob to put the 6 around there. So I'm going to do that right now. And you can see these speeds down here are actually starting to move now. About 7 degrees is there, so that gives us, it says our true airspeed would be about 208, 209. And if we look here, it says 210, so that could be a little bit of wind. Yeah, and it would be, because if we look, we've got 3-knot wind that is pushing us, so that's just giving us a 1 to 2 knot tail, and that's how you actually know what your true airspeed is. Well, this is your ground speed basically takes your true airspeed plus wind variant. Afternoon streams are harder for you, Nighthawk. Okay, if you streamed at midnight, that'd be good. Okay, fair enough. I don't know if Mrs. Canuck would be too keen to that, but I think we would tend to keep the Saturday stream instead, but we'll probably do every now and then we'll do a Thursday, just to give a bit more of an opportunity for some of our viewers in Britain to participate as well. And we're definitely coming into some more mountains now, and turbulence. What I don't know, I'll turn off tracking here, is there an ILS for this runway? There should be. Actually, we can actually figure that out through the PMS50. So I'm going to go to real weather, actually. Okay. Now the winds have shifted, so that's actually giving me an overspeed. Okay, so what we want to do is I think I'll put terrain on there. Just put terrain on there just to make sure that we're keeping an eye out for anything that's going to get in our road. What I'm going to do, go to flight plan. Just edge off the throttle a bit to stay out of overspeed. So you're going to VVTN waypoint info, runways, frequencies. Let's go frequencies. No, runways. First of all, METAR. Actually, let's get weather data. So weather data right now. Winds 0508 knots. So that means we're probably looking at 17. Left or right? I'll go for 17 right. What I'm actually hoping to see is approaches. ILS 17 right, we said, didn't we? Oh no, it's VOR approach only. Okay, so that probably doesn't really matter. We'll just do it visual. Just make sure we don't hit anything on the way. Look at the beautiful scenery here, though. Amazing. Stunning. Oh, 3 years of positive rate. I can't believe it. Where has the time gone? Huge thanks to Dark Fury for joining us today, too. It was great to get a team member in. And Nick obviously bounced in for a bit there. And everybody, a few people walked off with a few prizes there, so that was great. Look at that. Stunning scenery. Next week. Guess where we're flying to, Nighthawk, next week? Starts with a K. Kai Tak. Next week we are hopping back in airliners. We will be going to Kai Tak. Decommissioned airport, but it's still represented in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So yeah, we're skipping over South China Sea into Hong Kong. And then things are going to get really interesting. So I think the following week, I think the 22nd, I will not be streaming, so there will be a break. So I might be doing a Thursday stream that week if I can. And then from there, we're probably we've done some flying in Japan before, so I'm actually thinking of going a different direction. I'm probably going to head down to the Philippines, and we'll fly from Kai Tak to Manila. And start working our way towards Australia before we begin our Pacific excursion, which is going to be very interesting. We're going to have to really look at where we're going, because it's pretty much just islands is all we can imagine. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. You have to do a 13 right. Okay. Oh, we'll have to do a 13 right. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Definitely. That's the one that comes in kind of along the mountains, isn't it? Yeah. I'll tell you what you could do, Nighthawk, is just in the positive right flight plans. Just pick the approach that we need to do. We'll make sure that we all fly that. If the weather doesn't cooperate, we can always change it. There's a large Philippines freeware section. Perfect. Perfect. But yeah, next week we'll be taking off from Da Nang. We'll be hopping back into the airliners and going to Kai Tak. I haven't decided what airplane I'm taking, but I may take the PMDG737. I could potentially almost even possibly take the A380. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? Beautiful. Absolutely crazy. I love it. VVDN2VHX. Correct. Correct. But yes, that is right. You need to fly something really big, yeah. That's what I was thinking. I could do the 380. I could do the 380. Well, we do the 380, then that's going to make it interesting, I think. Fighter jet for you? No worries. No problem. Punch it. Hopefully I've not overstressed the engines. Nope. No, I've flown this perfectly today. Good. It does occasionally happen if you don't, if you can't, the thing to watch for on this is the props. Do not ever let the props get into the red line under any circumstance. That's where you start damaging the engines. I'm definitely getting chucked around a bit, that's for sure. What is the VOR frequency for... We're gonna have to climb a bit, aren't we? Oh, there's Stu. Hi, Stu. How are you? Honda jet for you? No worries. Well, you'll have to take off before us because you're probably going to be a bit slower, Mr. Tippy. So we'll give you a good head start. Yep. Yep. Okay. Tick down to about 4,000. Now we're over that mountain. And let's see if we can. Nope. $2,600 looks like a long one. I think we're just gonna eyeball it. Don't do airliners at all? Yeah, fair enough. You can always try the 747. Yeah. Try and get below these clouds anyway. Okay. Probably beacon normal. Don't know when taxi lights are still on. Oh, it's been a bit quieter now. It was great having Nick on. That was fantastic. I thought it was really exciting. We'll definitely need to do more of those flights where we're kind of swooping through the hills as well. That was good fun. Probably overdue for a jet flight, I would think. You have a fast jet, Mr. Tippy? That's a question. So I'd really like to get an F4. I saw DC Designs does an F4 Phantom, actually. Alright, I'm going to switch to heading here. 17, just so we get our bearings on the runway. It is there. I don't know if you can do fixes on here, can you? No, I think there must be a way to do it, but it's all good. MiG-28. F-22 Raptor. Oh, okay, there you go. Oh, that's more capable. Or the Raphael, yeah. I think I have the freeware F-22 Raptor loaded, actually. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. There's just not enough time. I know Tutu and Murphy, he did a whole tour series of Vietnam, which looked really good. So definitely head over and check that out, because I think he went into a lot more detail in Vietnam, whereas this is just part of our around the world tour, so we don't have a lot of time to spend in each location. But I was so glad to be able to do a bit of a cross-country flight today. Good fun. You feel that with them, all right? Must look like it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it looked like it was a lot of fun. You found some bridges hard to, down to fly under, did you? Oh, cool. Oh, Master Warren. Why have I got a Master Warren? Right fuel low. Ah. So it is. Wonder if I'll have enough to get there. Train radar is really awesome, isn't it? Look at that. It's amazing. Okay. You can fly the F-22 like nobody's business on everyone's stream. I'll walk vertically down there. All right. Wow. Okay. That's pretty impressive. That is pretty cool. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Thanks for sticking with us all this time. It's definitely, I think, one of our longer streams. That's for sure. Is it the longest? I don't know if it's been the longest. Look at that. I wonder if that's that famous river. What was it called? I feel like I should. It's on the tip of my tongue what that river's called. The Bond River. Okay. I don't think that was the one I was thinking of. Probably thinking about a river in a different country, or a different part of the country. Oh, these last few miles are taking ages. Oh, I've got DME information now. Six minutes, 18 miles, okay. Where is this airport? Oh, it'll be my my left tank running dry now. Yeah. Very low on fuel. Don't want to ditch. If it gets below 5, I'll probably just add a bit of fuel. I don't want to finish this stream landing in a field. It's my own fault for not adding some more fuel to it. Bond River. It's a bit of a small city down there. I've got real weather now. It's all looking very hazy, isn't it? Very mystical. Four minutes. smog. You think? Think so? Don't know. Could be. I mean, India was definitely like that. Every time we flew over a city, it was just hazed up completely. Vietnam is known to get weather like this, though. So, I mean, there's nothing over there that would cause smog. Yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go. '17 right approach. Looks like everybody might be down already. Should we try and go for a sunset? Let's do that. Oh, there it is. Okay. See the runway now. Just enough fuel, I think. All right. Oh, get the rudder pedals ready to go. And fuel pumps. Sorry, fuel pumps are still on. Okay, inertial separators. Look at that. Look, this is beautiful. Stunning. Okay, just keeping an eye on that VOR. Oh, that's lovely. Wow. Wow, Da Nang looks like a nice place. Doesn't it? Okay, go manual. Here we go. Sorry, I'm going very quiet at the moment. I think I'm just tired. Sorry. Oh, there's the runway. Full flaps. I guess you guys are all pulled up at the end, are you? Quite an interesting approach. Here we go. A little bit getting bumpy now. Didn't get a speed indication there. Looked all right. All right, almost there. Sorry, you guys have been very patient. Apologies, it's taken so long. No worries at all. Thanks, Miss Tippy. That was a lot of fun. Thanks, guys. Very long stream. Very exciting. thank you everyone for coming along today. It's been a blast. A lot of fun. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. If it's not fun, what the heck is the point, eh? Oh, I missed the stagger here. There we go. Okay, engines off. There we go. Oop. That was fantastic, guys. Thank you so much. Huge thank you, and great to see Stu at the end there too. Who are we missing? Where's Mr. Tippy going? Is he around? Is he already turned off? Congratulations on 3 years. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's astonishing, really. Let's turn that music down. No, it's been a long stream, so I'm going to say goodbye. We'll see you next week right here on Positive Rate. Thank you so much for joining us for our third anniversary stream. And congratulations to all our winners. And we'll see you soon. This is me signing off. Have a great week. And I'll see you on Saturday next week. Take care.
Naughty, naughty.